K-How News Time, 10:03.
A bill to allow safe injection sites for drug users clears the Colorado House and heads to the Senate. That's despite a possible veto by the governor, who says he does not support the bill. Supporters argue the measure will save lives by lowering overdose deaths. Opponents say the sites will become open-air drug markets and create more crime. An Aurora dentist charged with first-degree murder in the poisoning death of his wife faces a new felony charge. James Craig has been charged with one count of solicitation to commit tampering with physical evidence. Craig's wife, Angela, died last March with cyanide, arsenic, and tetrahydrozoline in her system. Sports, the Denver Nuggets play the Spurs tonight in San Antonio, and the DU Pioneers, the men, play the college hockey's national championship game tomorrow. That game is against Boston College. A win would give DU a 10th, unprecedented 10th national championship. That's the latest. I'm Pat Woodard.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Major delays out west into the high country. I-70 westbound is closed through the Eisenhower Tunnel due to a crash. We are seeing stopped up traffic back from Loveland Pass, US 6. Expect delays for folks heading out into the mountains. Hopefully this one gets cleared up soon enough. Into town and through Cheeseman Park, Colfax Avenue westbound, we've got a crash blocking all lanes of traffic at Vine Street. This is an auto versus motorcycle crash. Expect to see crews and investigators on the scene. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies, high 77 today, nice and warm, overnight low 47. The current temperature in Denver is 54 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 K-How.
Save big during Springfest at Lowe's. Get a free leaf blower in select combo kits because Lowe's knows spring. Offers valid through 4/17 compared to trimmer purchased separately. Blower and trimmer sold packaged together as combo kits. Includes one battery and charger while supplies last.
If addiction, trauma, depression, or anxiety are affecting your life and family, the Raleigh House is here for you. The dedicated team of professionals at the Raleigh House provides a premium level of care for substance use and mental health disorders. We believe recovery is possible. The Raleigh House can help. Call 720-797-8717 to get the help you need. That's the Raleigh House. 720-797-8717.
I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, and I've seen the wrong way to sell precious metals. Tangled necklaces, mismatched earrings, broken watches, coins. The wrong way is not knowing who you can trust. That's why I recommend David Ellis Jewelry on 3rd and Clayton. He'll weigh it and pay it. He'll even buy your fine jewelry and diamonds. I've known him 40 years. It's time you get to know him. 2640 East 3rd Avenue. That's 3rd and Clayton. 303-322-8779. 322-8779.
Because everything is still expensive.
You got that right.
You need inflation salvation.
Save me with some cash.
Beginning next week, listen for your chance to win $1,000 on Denver's Talk Station, 630 K-How. Sponsored by Maverick.
When you pay with Maverick's Nitro card, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon.
Hey, we have to go to immigration. He has an appointment for immigration, and so I'm going to be a sponsor and for this one guy. And Jay's doing really well.
Look at this. It saved all this from...
Kelly had it logged in.
Yeah. It was already in.
I don't know about your login.
Yeah.
But
I see what you
did. Yeah. Ripped off. It's bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. They let me out of the nursing home studio, and I'm back at the mothership for today. Friday car day to see my buddies, Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Autotech, Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission, and Mark. I didn't realize how ugly he was in person. You know, you kind of forget. You forget over time, you know? You forget. But it's balanced out by Sue's, so that's okay. 303-713-8255 is our number. We're going to go right to the phones. We have a busy day. It's car day. Now, listen, I want to put another word out. Now, we'll talk about it later, but I don't want to get too much into it. I'm helping a few immigrants, as you call them, newcomers. They are absolutely illegal immigrants, and they're here trying to get asylum. And I go case by case. Mark and I used to have a theory. You help people who want to help themselves. You can't help people that fell off the cliff. You really can't. You can help people who are struggling and want to stay afloat. And anyway, so to make a long story short here, not all of these so-called newcomers or illegal immigrants or asylum seekers are nasty bums and looking to freeload. Some of them are very hardworking, wonderful people. You can't use a broad brush for anyone. Now, what I'm trying to do is help some of these families get assimilated, and we're having some success. And I don't want to talk about the people helping them, but we have a lot of people helping them get jobs and get to work legally and all of that. So next thing I need is transportation. If anybody has a scooter or a little motorcycle or a car, we can have, I can tap these guys to help me fix it up. Now, we can't put in major engines and stuff, but if you have something that needs a little tune up and fix up, I know another gentleman called the show 2 weeks ago. He's working on a car. So anything you can do to help, I'd appreciate it. Now let me go to the phones, and I'm going to talk to Janet. And Janet, what's going on with you? Hi, Janet.
I was waiting for, I guess Mark is going to meet us on here this morning about my roof.
Oh, Mark Szymanski from Genesis. Tell me what is going on with that. Did you call before? If so, I'm going to find your call. You did call before, right, Janet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me figure this out. Let me figure this out. Where we are right now. And you use the name Janet, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Is this how long ago did you call me?
Last Monday.
Okay, got it.
A week ago Monday.
Last Monday. Okay, we'll find it. So tell me the situation. Is he coming out today?
No, he came out last week.
Oh, he did. Oh, wait.
Wednesday.
Is he the one I talked to and he said that this company was exaggerating? The one with the supplements, it went from 18,000 to like 42,000.
Yes, sir.
Yep, now I remember. He said this company did you wrong.
Yes, sir.
Now, he said a lot of this work they charged for, they did not do. For example, there were 3 vents. They reused 2 and never put a third one in. They never bought any new vents. There was something else, painting the side of a house. I'm going by memory here. I'm trying to find the call. I don't know why I don't have that with your
they
name.
charged me, I think Mark said it was $5,400.
Yeah, for painting one side of the house. Mark said you could have damn near done the whole house. This is wrong. Now, I thought we were going to get this information that Mark had gathered, and I was going to have one of my deputies call, and that's why I'm trying to find the damn call. I'm so sorry that I can't find it right this second.
No worries. And then they did windows. They put up boards around my windows, and it's not sealed, and it's
No,
not,
I know.
It's put up wrong.
Now, do you owe them any money?
Well, I have not paid them one dime.
So they went direct to your insurance?
Yeah.
Are they trying to collect anything from you?
No, I haven't even heard from them.
Did you get
last I heard from them was
have they been off the job a while?
Yeah, they come periodically. This job started in September.
Okay, here it is. Here it is, Janet. It's called Integrated or Integrating Successful Projects. What's the name?
That's correct. Integrating Successful Projects.
Okay, we did not assign a deputy to that. I was waiting for Mark's report, and we got it. And I think we need someone to start calling this company and getting on their case, because they need to either fix what they're doing, but I need to know how much they've gotten paid, because they defrauded the insurance company, and I think we need somebody to be pretty strong with them. Who do we have that we should put on this? Oh, I know. We got Mark. Okay. Now, I thought Mark had given me a follow-up. I'm going to go back to him, or maybe I talked to him off there. Hey, Mark, thanks for being here. I wanted to ask you something. Mark, didn't you say that they charged for 3 vents? They didn't. They reused 2 and never put in a third?
Right. They're power attic vents, and they added another one in the supplement, and then they kept the original 2, which the insurance did approve to pay for, but they just kept the 2.
So they okay.
The thing, I don't think they've been paid a dime. I don't think they've gotten paid by the insurance.
Good.
Or by, I know Janet has not paid them. So
good.
At least the money's not an issue at the moment.
Good. Then we ought to call the insurance company and let them know that this company tried to defraud them. Have you ever heard of this company before, Integrating Successful Projects?
I have not.
Neither have I.
She said she met him from a door knocker.
Yep, a door. It sounds like a made-up name to me. I'm I mean, everything's a made-up name technically. It just sounds weird. I mean, everything. It's just weird to me. It just is. And what do we do about it? Really, what do we do about it?
Well, I think a good idea is to get a deputy involved and let them contact the original contractor and see what their game plan on this is.
I agree. And so the other work you said, I believe you said the roof. Talk about the roof. Was that done okay?
Yeah, the roof itself is installed correctly and properly. It's just the things that they're charging for. There's a couple of vents that they need to replace the covers on yet, but the quality of the install of the roof is fine.
Okay, well, that could be worse. And
And then one of the vents wasn't nailed down, you said?
Yeah, both power vents have not been secured to the roof on the lower portion. They're, I don't know if they're behind the shingles, if they've been secured or not. I don't know. But the lower portion where there's a spot for 4 nails or 4 screws has not been.
Well, now that we're on the case, I think what we're going to do is have somebody call over with the information we have from you. They can't BS us now. So thank you very much, Mark Szymanski, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Janet, we're going to, let's see. You've been doling out these cases. Who do we have that we, tell me what we should do here. Let's do Bo for this one. I want to try to even them out. And here's what I want Bo to know. That they are in danger of being accused of fraud right now. And I can talk to Bo if he wants, but the way it stands right now is these guys charged for stuff they didn't do. Now, to me, I call it fraud. I mean, that's what I call it. So I would like to, I assigned it here. I would like him to call and let him know and say, look, this is wrong. And that's what we're going to do and see if they're going to make it right. And if not, then I don't think they should be paid for what they didn't do, and she should be able to hire someone else. So, Janet, somebody will be getting in touch with you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. By the way, waterpros.net is the place to go for your water systems if you want to save money, a ton of money, and have the best systems and the best water. That's waterpros.net, 303-862-5554. Did I leave that up? Yes, sometimes I forget because I'm here. When my peeps aren't treated right. I love K&H Home Solutions, man. I've had this company ever since I came to Colorado on my team. Ever since they've been around 65 years, of course, so 45 with me. I've known all 3 owners, the Lee Diamond, the current owner, and he has teamed up with some windows that you're not going to believe. They're made right here in Colorado. And I don't know how old they are, but they're like the best thing ever. They insulate almost like a damn wall. And they're proud to be dealers of the Alpine window, high performance, custom crafted, super insulating windows and beautiful windows. They're an insulated fiberglass. So you want to really check them out if you're looking for great replacement windows that'll last a lifetime. 303-421-7100 from a company that's basically lasted a lifetime. 421-7100, khwindows.com. Jeff Jr., how you doing, Jeff?
one tough grandma, 85 years old, handcuffed to a chair, and pistol whipped.
I saw that headline.
Yeah.
She killed some guy.
Yeah, guy was robbing her.
That's crazy.
He pistol whipped her, handcuffed her to a chair, and when he went in the other room to ransack something, she snuck into her bedroom with the chair handcuffed to it.
And killed him?
And grabbed the 357
That's
she
a
keeps
badass.
under her pillow. 357.
It's like a badass grandma right
No kidding.
there. Hope I can kick ass like that
No
at
kidding.
85.
I hope you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Okay, fair.
well,
Fair point.
just to know you can, it'd be worth it. Yeah. I think I'd do something other than a pistol like that though under a pillow.
So they're going with guaranteed lowest price.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be like water heaters too? Do you think?
I wouldn't bring water heaters up in it.
No, I won't specifically.
ACs.
Okay. Hey, it is what it is.
They're for the springs. I mean, Mike's going to be a little upset, but I mean,
Hey, man, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, he's got the lowest price guarantee too, so.
Good, let them fight. I like it. I'm looking pretty good on that camera. Hello there.
If I may say so.
If I must say.
Having a good hair day, Tommy.
Yeah, nowadays that doesn't take much. A good hair day, literally. That one.
I feel that pain.
When I finally decided to just crop, it was so freeing for me. Because my hair, yeah. Well, first of all, my hair was so thin anyway. It's just wispy and stupid. But, and maybe when I was younger, it was a little better. But once it started doing that, and I get out of bed.
Liberating.
I get out of bed, I look the same as when I went to bed.
See, but I got this big old dent in my head from where I broke my skull.
Did you really?
Yeah. So
What?
yeah.
All right, I gotta
Well,
hear
now
about
we
this
know,
next
though.
time.
Now we didn't know the reason.
It's a lot of things.
So I can't.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. 888heating.com has the $28 special for servicing your water heater, $28. Seriously, $28. It includes flushing if they can get to the flush part, with the top of it and all. That's a long story, but they'll take care of it. If they find any problems, if you ever need anything, they credit you the $28. And that goes for any single item, $28 to come and service and diagnose, or just service. 888heating.com. Now, let's talk about your problems, questions, and complaints. Right now, when we talk about insurance companies and contractors, never let the contractor never sign over your rights to have them bill the insurance company and collect. They can bill them, but don't let them collect. All payments should go through you so you can control it. Now, Danny, what's going on in your life? Hello, Danny.
Hello.
What's happening, man?
Okay, so I was pulled in to get gas. I was on the corner of Bellevue and Sims at a wonderful bar and grill.
What's the name of this place?
The bar and grill?
Yes.
No,
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
the
yes.
The gasoline is Valero.
That's what I meant.
No problem.
The glass. That's what I meant.
Valero.
So what's happening with that?
They had this parking lot tore up a few months ago.
Oh, okay.
For your information. So anyway, I filled up with high test and just drove down the hill a block or so.
Oh
and
my
conked
God!
out
And I
at the
tied
light.
my shoes.
High test.
And,
remember that term? High test.
It's been a while.
I remember that.
Yep.
Anyway, so Danny, this was Valero. You filled up.
Yeah. So I conked out and had to get a tow.
This is after you filled up, right?
Yes.
How
Right
much
after
did
I
you
filled
put in? Were you on empty or did you just top it off? Tell me about that.
Quite a bit. It was pretty low, and I topped it off.
Got it. Filled up with the Valero, with the premium at Valero. Got it.
That's correct.
And how long after that did it conk out?
I went downhill to a red light and conked out.
Uh-oh.
I felt it sputtering and conked out right away. And the wind was 100 miles an hour, and cars were zooming by, and it was very horrible. And I had some help, nice citizens help.
So what did it turn out to be, man?
Okay, so the first shop couldn't figure it out, and they're a very good shop. And I moved it to another shop, Christian Brothers, and they can't figure it out. And they finally figured it out that it was the water and the gas, because it was showing 30 different codes on the computer, and it's only got 30,000 miles. It's a beautiful little Jeep Renegade.
So it's damn near new.
Yeah, 30,000. It's 6 years old, but I just drive
What?
a few blocks.
6 years old and 30,000 miles? That's bad for it, but now you're just the opposite.
I bought it with 5 miles on it in 2019.
Hey, listen, let's get to this issue now. What damage did it do?
Okay. So they have to get rid of the tainted gas.
Yeah, of course.
Special container.
What else do they do, Kev? What do they do? Just tell me what you would do on that.
Well, obviously you drop the tank, and a lot of times we recommend changing the fuel pumps out too. Once they get water contaminated, they can shorten the life of them pretty quickly.
So that could be.
So it may not happen this month, next month, but in 3 months.
So if you have to redo the pump, and then you have to redo the. Well,
just,
you take
flush
the tank
it all out.
Okay, you don't have to remove any tank or
just drop the fuel. The fuel pump's in the tank, so you just drop it all out.
Oh, okay.
Dump. He's right. You got to dispose of the fuel, which that's not such. Not
So anyway,
but yeah,
what is this going to cost you, Danny?
Well, I didn't get an itemized list, but it's like $400 to get rid of the gas. It's pretty reasonable. I think you mentioned $900, and I probably should ask about the fuel pump.
Yeah, you should.
Sometimes there's other things that it contains that might have to be replaced as well. So they're looking at it right now.
Jeez.
As we speak. And so when I called Valero, the guy was.
And when did you call him though? Did you call him right away, or did you wait a week or two, or what?
No. This was Saturday night, and I just found out this morning about the water and the gas. Nobody's been able to figure it out.
So you called them this morning.
And so I just found out this morning that they said, "Where did you get your gas?"
Yeah.
And so when I called
So anyway,
Valero,
what are they going to do right now?
Valero's not going to do anything, but they should.
Well, did they say why they won't do anything?
He was very short with me. He said, "You come here and talk to me, buddy." So I might be doing that. But,
wait. You come here and wait. He was upset with you. You come and talk to me, buddy. You mean you called National? Is this a locally owned and how do they work at Valero? Is this locally owned and operated?
They're individual franchises, I believe.
Okay, and this particular guy was upset. You called Valero and said he wants to talk to you. Did you go talk to him?
I asked him for the manager or the owner, and he said that he was the manager.
All right, here's what I'm thinking. You're not going to get anything voluntarily. Never. The only way anything like that would happen is if there were so many people that had the same problem, and then we heard about it or someone else heard about it. But with just you calling with one problem, they're never going to admit it. They won't. You're wasting your time.
Right.
You have to prove it.
I'm going to get a hold of the landlord there, and I'm also going to speak with a lot of people.
Now, what about the landlord? What are you hoping the landlord would do?
Well, actually, this was a recommendation that came from my mechanic that I might want to talk to the landlord there about what happened, because the parking lot had been recently dug up and new concrete all around those gas pumps.
How much will it cost him for that water pump, Kevin? So altogether,
he's probably
with the flushing, he's
12,
got
14, 1500.
Wait, plus the $400 for the gas?
Well, I don't know what the 400 is. Not
yeah,
that
I
much.
don't understand. They're charging you $400 just to drain the gas.
They have to dispose of it.
Well, you keep saying that. What's the big deal there? I mean, don't they have weeds out back? I'm just kidding. My God. Hey, so really, if you're looking at like $1,500, $2,000, that might be good enough for small claims court. Have you ever thought of that?
Well, I'm listening.
Yep. I'm thinking you need to. Mark, what do you think about that? You're the small claims expert. What do you think?
You'd have to have that other person show up say it was.
What other person?
The person,
his mechanic, you mean?
Yeah, whoever said there's water in it.
Even if they say it's water, they're going to say, well, how do we know he did it there?
Well, then you're going to have the receipt and the timeline built.
Perfect. So you got the receipt from the gas. I hope. If you don't, you're screwed. Or on your credit card.
Yeah, he'll have it somewhere.
Then you'll have, after that, you'll have the receipt for the mechanic. I think you can put together a small claim court. You got to go to that. You don't sue Valero. You got to sue that particular franchise owner.
Mm-hmm. Now, I thought of going to this bar and grill. There's a lot of people that.
What, to drown your sorrows or what? What? Tell me what the bar and grill has to do with it.
People.
To get the number of the landlord, but also to ask.
But why do you care about the landlord? That is not. You mean so you can find out who to serve?
And find out mostly if anyone else had a problem.
Why would the landlord know? I'm just curious why you think the landlord would know.
Well, that was about the parking lot that got replaced recently, and concrete work and asphalt work.
Okay, I'm not making a connection, bro. Danny, I'm not making. Hold on. I'm going to give you these instructions again. Go to small claims court. Look up that gas station. Find out the owner. Have them serve there, along with their manager there, and sue them for what it's going to cost you to fix your car, including the fuel pump. And I'm telling you, you need to get it done. And I would go to Sheridan Auto Tech to get that done because they're right. You know, they're not going to cheat you. They'll write up all the receipts, keep track of it. But what I would not do is I would not mess with the landlord at this point.
That can't be an isolated incident, though. That had to
What?
be
No. This guy's like all around.
He's all over it. Yeah.
But I think
I hope they didn't charge it much to diag. It's like a 5-minute diag. It's like I got gas and my car died. The first thing you do is hit the Schrader valve and fill one of these up and take a look.
Oh. Now why the fuck won't we at it?
I believe this deputy might be in her late 60s.
Okay. Thursday, I need you in anyway. Do you want to try to get her in on Thursday? Because we have 2 RLMs in Thursday.
Yeah, I'll see if she can do that.
So it'll be a good day.
Some of the problems she solved for friends and family, she's pretty tenacious. I like that.
Okay.
Like a sane deputy,
Well, to meet her.
a sane deputy smarty.
Add an extra gal to the team.
You know, this is the season coming up for a lot of bad stuff that happens to properties. You get floods and fires and rain and, you get all kinds of mud, and there could be problems with your home, sewer backups. Now, whether it's the season or not, some people find mold and they find asbestos. Listen, any property catastrophe, I want to direct your attention to American Restoration. American Restoration 24/7. And I'm telling you why I'm going to do this. Because if you have this damage, even if your insurance covers it, you don't tend to pay attention, but you should. Because your insurance will only pay once. And if they pay the wrong company, you're screwed. Because they'll only pay once. So please, by all means, call someone who has the knowledge, know-how, EPA certifications, licensing, bonding, insurance. That's American Restoration 24/7, 8337 AM REST, 8337 AM REST, or amrest247.com. New floors make a house. In fact, all floors make a house, whether they're new or not. When you walk into a home, you judge it. The first thing you touch, other than the doorknob, is the floor. Simply Floors, Inc. can make that a beautiful home, whether it's your fix and flip or it's a dream home. You can go to their website, find out everything you need to know. They have engineered floors, veneers, they have laminates, they have luxury vinyl planking, simplyfloorsinc.com, along with their own installers, Simply Floors, INC, simplyfloorsinc.com.
Okay, so how did we crack our skull? I'd like to hear this.
It's not that exciting.
You were running out a back window from whose home?
No, it's just from wrestling.
Oh, were you a kid?
Mm-hmm.
You just hit your head on something?
No, I was wrestling up against the heavyweights. Just good practice, trying to wrestle around somebody a lot heavier than you. I got thrown into a wall.
Okay. Wow.
Well, hold on. Did you go to the hospital and stuff like that kind of crap?
Well, yeah. I was bleeding out my ears and everything.
What's that?
I was bleeding out my ears and everything, man.
You say they got to piss him off that much.
Jesus.
I mean, he just whipped me. I was 140s at the time, and he probably weighed 230.
Yeah, big difference.
So now I got this big old dip in my head. So if I do go bald and I go outside in the rain, I'm gonna have a bird bath right there.
Maybe plant a little flower or something up in.
Yeah, you know. But you'd probably also be able to see the scar from the circumcision.
I never understood wrestlers. Guys are all, you know. High school used to work out, and the weight room was right next to the wrestling room. And the wrestling coach, he was a badass. And myself and a couple other guys, you know, good size. We try to go in and.
Do you know you're logged into some stuff here, Mark?
Three of us, you know, 230, 240. And he's.
Why you were logged into Yelp? I mean.
He cheats, but he.
You were logged into Yelp. You were logged into Yelp on here.
To Yelp? I don't even know how to. I don't even know.
It said
Yelp.
Mark with a C, M-I-R-C, M. Didn't say Major, but.
Oh,
State twice.
yeah, it's got to do with referrals.
Took third
Okay.
nationals once.
Oh wow.
I don't know why. I don't even know what my login would be, but I guess.
Okay, no, I was just curious.
I don't know if it's legal or not, but he grabs a hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how much that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
How would I access? I'm thinking out loud.
Some of the moves some of these kids do today, the younger ages, is unbelievable.
It was just watching what the nationals, the NCAA finals were on last week or week before last.
I think they were last week.
Yeah. So my youngest brother went to Penn State and wrestled there, so he still has friends and stuff that have kids and involved and stuff like that. So he follows Penn State. It's a pretty good program.
Mm-hmm. But as each generation comes into it, they're better than the generation before them because they're learning from the people. So they're so much more advanced now. It's unbelievable.
It's funny though. Some of these guys, you look at them, if you didn't know, you knew they were a wrestler.
Because they
Their nose and their ears, and, you know, yeah.
I was pretty good about wearing my headgear.
Yeah.
Where is here.com located?
And I only put my nose.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. Ideal Home Loans, still doing home loans, and they have the interest rate guarantee, the only ones, 303-867-7000. So, we have Ray, who wants to talk about cats. Not kitty cats, meow, meow. He wants to talk about catalytic converters. We have our car experts in today, Sheridan Auto Tech and Kimmer Transmissions. So, do you do them? Do you do cats, Jeff? Do you do them?
Not typically, no.
No, okay. But you do plenty of them, right, Kev?
We still do a lot of them, yeah.
All right, now, what if they brought their own to you and it was wink, wink, one of the ones they got somewhere else? Can you you're not allowed to?
Well, if you get caught, it's catastrophic.
Okay,
It's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Ray, what's going on?
You know, Tom, thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Love your show. You know, about a year and a half ago, I basically found out that from the dealership that my cats were clogged. And the dealership said they can't.
How do they get clogged, by the way? I want to educate my people as we go. How?
Typically, contamination of the catalyst, it'll start breaking the catalyst down, and it's a honeycomb. So little particles and everything start building up, and it just plugs up. But it starts with contamination.
So do they normally last the life of a car?
Yes, they should.
Okay, keep going, sir. Just wanted to find that out. Go ahead, sir.
You're right. They normally last the life of the car. I had work done on it from my daughter's boyfriend, and it was questionable work. And basically, when he changed out the timing belt and everything, and he didn't adjust the valves properly. And
Wait. So this is before you had the other problem with the cat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So basically, I took it to the dealership, and they had to replace the timing belt, timing chain. It just wasn't done right earlier, I guess is the best way I can say it.
Yeah. So what does that have to? Are they connected? Is that
well, if it was running poorly enough, that's where the raw fuel gets in the exhaust.
Okay,
and that's what wipes out the cats.
Exactly. So you know what? So it knocked out the cats, and you know what? I said, well, can you get? You know what? And courtesy Acura, they can't get the cats. Okay. So,
What kind of car is this?
It's a 2006 Acura TL. Okay, with a 6-speed transmission. It's a really nice car.
So listen, we're going to give you a secret, okay? And seriously, the reason there's a shortage is because Colorado, which I like to call California, California or Colorado. The problem is our lawmakers and our governor, they're jock sniffers for everyone in California, and they want to be California. So they've adopted this California cat, and so you have to have a very strict catalytic converter, 3 times the cost of normal ones. Is that right to say, guys? About twice or 3 times the cost?
Easily.
So listen, what's that, Ray?
It's probably more than that. I got quotes of $4,500 to $5,000.
What?
To replace 3 cats.
What?
There's 3.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them. Wait a minute. Why do you have 3 cats? Only crazy people have more than 2 cats. No, but why do you have 3 catalytic converters?
There's two manifold mounted cats on a V6.
Did he hang up? Are you there, sir? Did he hang up? Yeah, I think he hung up. We were going to tell you how to save a ton of money here. Go ahead. So,
but there's 2 one each in the manifold.
Turn your mic on, bro.
One each in the manifold, and then 1 main in the line.
Okay. Do most cars have one? Most cars have one?
No, a lot of cars have 3 or 4.
No, come on, man.
Yeah, some of the Audis have 4.
So when they steal them, do they try to steal all of them?
If they can get them.
Mostly they steal
They take the ones in the exhaust that are easy to cut. The manifolds, they typically don't.
Okay. But all of them can go bad from one contamination?
Well, extended contamination, yes.
All right, so here's what's happening. His cats are bad, and I hope you're listening. Ray, you need to go out of state and have it done. And I know people don't like when I say that, but what's the consequence? Mark had a long argument with a guy one time that told Mark he was going to be arrested. Seriously. And Mark says, wait a minute. So I'm driving back, and they're going to stop and say, license, registration, and cat.
Proof of cat.
Let's see your catalytic converter. Come on, man. So if you're listening, that's how you save some money. 303-713-8255. Bill wants to talk about an oxygen sensor. Sharon, I didn't forget about you. I'm sorry, Sharon. Hang on. Go ahead, Bill. What's going on?
Hey, Tom. Long-time listener.
Thank you. What's happening?
Well, I've got a 99 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I replaced the Bank One sensor one, the upstream oxygen sensor.
Mm-hmm.
And check engine light is still on.
Don't you have to do you know how to reset it?
Yes, I tried to reset it, and it was off for a day or two, and it came back on. And I got the part at Napa, and it's supposed to be an OEM part. It's a Denso oxygen sensor, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. The car runs fine, but I just wonder about the light.
Well, what code are you getting?
I don't have that handy, but it's the one the car throwed off, the one the car gave me.
Well,
so,
sure.
So, okay.
So
Go ahead.
It does say on sensor 1.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be a number of things. There's, again, it depends on the code. If you're chasing a lean or a rich code, you may not need an oxygen sensor.
See, that's what I was thinking. He gets a code and then does something that's not related to that particular code. You can drive by Kevin and they'll put a reader on it.
Yeah, we'll look at it real quick.
Actually looked up the code.
Okay.
So do you have a reader?
No, the car threw the code at me.
Not like the data port code, right?
No, it's if you hang on just a second, I'm going to get my key so I can look up the.
No, but your car actually. Do cars?
Some of the older Jeeps did. Through the message center, you could get a.
But if you think about it, why would they make it so you have to plug something in?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they just so a tech can get in the car and see what code it's throwing?
They don't want people doing it themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you turn the ignition key 3 times quickly, the car gives you codes. So let me look this code up in the car real quick.
Yeah, okay, but I don't know if we can hang. Hold on. We'll come back to you, okay? He's going to be looking up his code. Let's find out what it is. Can you search that from here, the code?
Yeah.
All right, 303-713-TALK. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. It's car day today. The worst thing in the world would be if you can't get your garage closed at night. I mean, usually they have access to your house, or you can't get it open in the morning. Or you have a broken spring. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. That's One Clear Choice Garage Doors, but the website is OneClearChoiceDoors.com, and they have all of their prices there, 24/7 service, and one of the most reliable companies I've ever encountered. I use them all the time for doors, openers, and every part of them. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. You can throw one code for 3 different things, though, right? In that system,
Yep. It can be more than 3 things.
Okay.
Especially in '99, it's very limited to its diagnostics.
Did he say code or codes?
He said code, I thought.
So I have them all.
You do.
But I
Every
just don't
day?
have- every day.
Perfect.
I just don't have the
Perfect. We're gonna
backdoor credentials.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, Dragon's been doing it.
Perfect.
So I have everything from the day that you asked us to do the PPMs.
Perfect. I'm gonna get that set up today.
Okay, cool.
How many oxys did he change? Sensors.
Bank 1, sensor 1.
Hold on, guys. Okay. ZeroResDenver.com. That says it all. Zero Res. Actually, they should say ZeroResDenver.com. That says it all. The name. In fact, they should say zero res, zero chemicals, zero emulsifiers, great water, softened, super purified water with an electrical charge, the best cleaning agent in nature. But that would be a pretty long name for a company. So they just call it Zero Res. And you know what? It's the only one I'll have do my carpets, and you should too. It's really logical. They get it clean without anything, okay? And I'm telling you, they stay clean longer, they dry faster, and your carpets not just look great, they feel great. So if you want that kind of feeling, that kind of look, that kind of safety in your home, safe for kids, safe for pets, safe for you, you want ZeroResDenver.com, and you want to call them right now for their specials. They start at $33 a room. Also, they do duct cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, upholstery cleaning, mattress cleaning, and it's all with that safe, wonderful system. 303-471-5150, 471-5150, ZeroResDenver.com. All right, if you want to not only save money, but maybe even make money with a solar system, does that sound crazy? No, it's not. You know, Brooke at RedRocksRS.com, Red Rocks Roof and Solar, she can show you where some rural companies have actually installed solar systems and made money. They overbuilt them a little. They got special grants. tax credits, and they sell back to the grid. Now, of course, you can build a regular system as well. You don't have to overbuild. You can also do, of course, residential, even off-grid systems. RedRocksRS.com. You really took that seriously when I said, let me do it. Car is throwing a code. He changed an oxy center. Engine light's still on. All right. All right.
You listened to Michael Brown this morning?
What was he talking about?
There's a deal in Houston. These guys were staging robberies.
Oh, yeah.
And
Staging
so that the
They're
victim
illegals.
of the robbery, the illegal, could apply for a U visa. It's a special visa if you're a victim of a crime. So they skipped the line.
My God.
Well, a good Samaritan came by and
Wait a minute. I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
With my peeps.
Be careful, though.
No.
Because a good Samaritan swung by and saw a guy with his hands up, another guy with a gun. Killed him. And it was they've been
And
doing
they
it.
found out it was staged.
Yeah, the wife told him he's been doing it for friends.
Oh, that is really
You know,
sad.
paying
and
him
stupid.
Paying him money to do it and stuff like
He's
that.
not going to smart heaven, I'll tell you that.
No. They were using an airsoft, so it wasn't, something they could. So it was a fake gun, basically.
You know, I heard something, Kelly. Tell me if it's true. They got fucking Ryan doing his own board. That's why don't they?
No,
just,
wait, no, wait,
Why
wait,
don't
wait,
they
wait.
tell him to fail right now?
Wait.
That is so
He's there
fucked up.
doing his show?
It's fucking
I've had to
crazy.
stay over those 2 hours and help him out with because he books guests. And
Wait,
everything.
he also has to do his call screening?
And his live spots.
Yes. I just want to point out before we go back, Randy called
And they're
me
not
on
paying him,
Martino
too,
on
right?
6, so he
Doesn't
needs
get
to
paid
pay
extra.
out.
Doesn't get paid
No, that's
Doesn't
okay.
get paid
I
anything.
Sharon,
She's-
would you tell Sharon, please?
I already said, hang on.
How does that make any sense?
Yeah, it's totally messed up. And he's doing it like he did it 3 times last week. He's doing it twice this week. It's really
That's a shame.
unfortunate. It's
Poor Rye.
yeah, I know.
Coral Gable.
Tommy, Mark's new PC is this big. He's
Not-
up till midnight rewiring his office.
A laptop or just the guts?
Is it just the guts, Mark? Not a laptop.
Yeah, no, it's that size right there.
But it's the whole computer.
Mhm.
Well, then you hook a monitor and keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
It's all wireless.
You know, what you
all
call it has, the Mac Mini. They do one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're cool. They're really cool. Mark, is it powerful?
Mhm.
Which one is it?
i9.
Okay, cool. Quad core or what? Quadruple?
Quad core, please.
No, they're like, I'm sorry.
16 core.
I know.
Quad core. What are you in the 90s? It's got a floppy drive.
Yeah.
No, it is funny. When I was shopping for them, processors were confusing as shit, man. There's like i5s that have 20 cores and i7s with 8 cores, and then
I know.
i9s.
I don't know why.
It's silly.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Now, Bill, you were going to find us some codes, right? And what's going on? Did you find it?
Yeah, I got it. It's P0132.
P as in Peter?
Correct.
All right. Did you get that number, guys?
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back to you on it, okay? Because here's the deal. Jeff Vick over here, Kimmer Transmission, he says one code can sometimes mean you have to look at 3 or 4 different things, right? Or even more, right?
Even more, yeah.
So then what is I thought a code pinpoints it.
A code will tell you where to start looking. So you don't know that it's actually the component. You don't know that it's wiring. You don't know it's not being affected by another component that's making it work erroneously.
Then what would tell you an oxygen sensor needs to be replaced if it pointed to that system?
You've got to go through a trouble tree of testing.
All right. And I'm assuming, Bill, I'm assuming you didn't do that.
Well, I replaced every sensor, every management engine management.
How many sensors?
So I replaced the rear O2 sensor. I replaced the cam sensor.
How many would that take? Like, when you say cam sensor, that was so oxygen sensor only one.
No, there's two. There's
Okay.
a down and an upstream.
Got it.
And I've replaced them both.
Okay.
Yeah, what that code tells you, though, the 132 is a circuit code. So that means it's not a sensor, it's a circuit.
Oh, you looked it up already?
Well, it's a common code.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
But it's also a heater circuit because
Okay.
they have a preheat. When you turn the key on, it runs voltage to the oxygen sensor to preheat it. Well, it's not seeing that circuit. So it could be as simple as a fuse. They do have fuse circuits for the heater. But
Bill, you should just pop by Sheridan. They can, quick things like that. They do courtesy checks all the time. Now they can't dig into something deeply, but they can do a check.
Mm-hmm.
Randy, what's going on with you, Randy? I'm sorry I didn't see that number there. That's the 303 Martino. What's happening?
Tom, I got a HOA problem, and I know how you love HOAs. So,
Well, you know what? I love him and hate him. I really mostly hate him, though.
well, I'm with you, but unfortunately, I bought into an HOA about 20 years ago.
Now, see, that's the part where I like him. When you said, unfortunately, I bought into an HOA. I'd rather have an HOA than no HOA. But I'd rather have a good HOA than a bad HOA. But obviously, go ahead. So what's happening?
So the problem is, okay, so I'm president of the board, so you know where I'm.
Oh, you're president. So you're the one doing all the bad stuff then.
Well, actually, I'm trying to fix things, but I'm running into some roadblocks, so I'm hoping to get some advice here.
Okay, well, tell me what's going on.
Well, we have an insurance broker that did not notify us when our insurance company decided that they were not going to renew any insurance policies.
So
in
your
Colorado.
your insurance broker didn't tell you that they're not renewing.
Well, okay, so the insurance company notified the brokers March of 2023, over a year ago. Okay, our broker told us, oh, by the way, your insurance company is not renewing at the end of March, and they told us the middle of February. So that gave us 6 weeks. They said, no problem, we'll find you somebody. Well, here it is, second week of April. We still don't have new insurance coverage.
What kind of community is this, by the way?
It's a townhouse community, 93 units.
Okay, now listen. We are going to get Compass on to talk about this. This is a crisis, by the way, facing a lot of people. But I'm going to cut right to the chase since you're talking about a fiduciary here, or you're trying to make it that, and it's not by any law, I know. So I don't think that you're going to be able to hold that. If you're thinking we can hold this broker or agent responsible, I don't think that's the case.
Not necessarily. What I want to do, okay, so I talked to another insurance broker that was recommended by the vice president where I work, because she's on the board of another HOA downtown. And this person was very helpful, but she ran into a roadblock because she does not have broker of record signed over to her, so the insurance companies wouldn't give her quotes. So it just so happens that two people on the board, there's a 5-person board, two of the people have personal relationships with our current broker. One of them lives with her. The other one is best friends with her.
But what does that have to do with anything?
Well, our broker is not finding us insurance coverage. That's what.
Well, get rid of your broker, get a new one.
Okay. Well, the problem is the personal relationships on the board. So what I want to know is, being president of the board, can I just get somebody else, assign them broker of record and let them go to work on it? Because
well, that's a matter. Hold on, I'm going to ask Compass about this, but I believe that's a matter of bylaws as to what power you have to do that. But this is a serious problem, and I have a very obvious question. And I want to ask it to you coming up. Like, what do they want to do, even if they like the broker? What do they want to do? Just let it expire? I mean, it's going to affect them negatively. Hold on. I don't understand. Even if they're friends with him, if he doesn't get them insurance.
Yeah, but just because they're friends doesn't mean they're bad at it. If they're bad at it because they're not doing their job.
I need Compass.
we get that new window guy in, window cleaner?
Who's that? We got somebody?
JC? Oh, I'll get him in.
Yeah, get him.
Good.
Yes, I'll get him in. I spaced that. My bad.
Are they do residents and everything?
Mm-hmm. He's mostly residential, but he
Good.
does too.
Is he dependable?
He's been doing it 20 years. Hope so.
Ah. I just got your text about Mark. That's a good one. I love it.
Hey, the guy that called earlier, the Accurate TL with the catalytic converter stuff. My guy looked him up. They're in stock, available for about $3,500 total.
Yeah, so 2 of them he needs.
3.
Probably not. No.
That's
Why-
10
why?
over 10 grand.
No, 3 for the total job. He said he couldn't find them.
Oh, is he on still?
No,
Shit.
and they were quoting him like 5-6 grand. We can do it for
Yeah, I
between
didn't
3 and 35, and they're in stock.
It was just a thought.
No,
Alright.
I don't want to commit Monday.
Okay. Marky Mark's birthday's Monday.
Is it?
Got enough birthdays. What the heck?
No. If she didn't tell me it was Monday, I swear to God, I'd
He
have
didn't fucking know. He didn't know. Swear.
Now he's going to be in a bad mood all day Monday.
He'd be in a bad mood all day today over it.
I'm still waiting for my check from my homeowners.
Did you have him recut it? We have that one check sitting there.
I'm waiting till they all come in. I don't give a shit about one, you know what I mean?
Okay, well, I was just saying they wrote it out to the wrong people.
They went from a total decline to I'll have over 50 grand. Fucking homeowners company. Safeco's a piece of shit. All they do is try to bend you over, man.
What's going on now, Mark?
Would you have wind damage or snow?
Hail.
You remember the hail that came in? It was like
Came
3
into our-
feet on the deck, and then it
flooded our kitchen wood.
They tried to deny that claim.
Wow.
Went from 0 to 50 plus
A-holes.
thousand. How many people would
You
have
have to get
fought
the
it? That's
adjuster
what,
involved?
that's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
Most people would have never fought it.
So it's doing
Sure
good.
did, Kevin. We had Paragon out. He got
Do we have anything to drink?
We have Coke Zero.
You know, did you know that I haven't? I don't drink Diet Pop anymore at all. 0.
I gave it up
But
11 years ago.
no, I mean I really don't. But I do it like when I'm here. I'll have one because it's the only thing. But
Want me to go get you one?
no, I can
There's
get it
water.
now, but I truly, but I didn't consciously do it. I just stopped liking it again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember that happened to me once before for
Yeah, you just like
a year or so, and then Diet Dew makes me sick. Mountain Dew. So I don't know why. I lost my taste for it completely. Both of them.
COVID.
But I still love coffee. What's that?
Oh, yeah, I love coffee.
Coke. Oh,
You said you lost your taste. So,
yeah. For that.
Yeah.
Now this bird flu they're saying is going to be worse than ever. Bird flu.
Well, this
Student loan back. Look, he's doing the bailout. Buy
Costing
your boat.
taxpayers.
Did you get your
$7.9 billion.
How much?
$7.9 billion.
My necklace?
Can you imagine all these?
Well, how did they do
hardworking
it when the
assholes that
Supreme Court?
paid,
Yeah,
and
I
then
paid
this
my
mother-
my kids and all. We paid theirs off.
And this motherfucker comes and forgives him.
Yep.
This asshole.
Under what authority is what I don't get.
He doesn't have the authority,
So
but
how-
nobody's questioning it. But how many of those kids took out loans and went on spring break?
Mm-hmm.
You know, things like that.
Have we done 3? Can I pay off the either Santa? Well, Miles.
Not
no
till
way.
May. I have it on the calendar for you.
You know what? They piss me off so much. I think I'll just pay off Planets. Fuck them. They can get their fucking money bounced back.
Wow.
They fucking advertised it.
Happy birthday to me. Good God.
Just the more I think about it, those fucking
We got
assholes.
2 vehicles through Planet Hyundai. Was it 2?
No,
Did you buy
one,
both?
just one.
Oh, the other was through Arapaho.
So what brought it all back up? I'm like, all right, fuck it. Maybe they did screw up on mine. Well, yesterday we get a call over Planet Honda.
Yeah.
Or 2 days ago. Same exact shit. And I'm going, these son of a bitches.
So when you dropped the F-bomb on the radio, wasn't it?
You didn't tell me you did that.
Well, they got it.
They got it, but yeah.
I just started thinking about them.
I heard
was
a little.
like, I can't believe it's the same fucking problem.
Yes.
They had me convinced it was some oversight. And then Tom was actually, when you actually said before I called in, you said something like, well, you know, a tow package can be anything. And I'm thinking, no, there's no way.
No.
I have never bought a tow package that doesn't include
Mark,
the tow package.
What I meant was what they call it to them could mean anything. People, it said tow package. And like,
be like turbo package.
Right,
There's
well,
a place for the turbo.
No, but people have a tendency to do that shit. That's what I meant. The word tow package to people, to them, they were trying to say it means just the wiring. Well, okay.
They're fucking misleading as shit.
They're a terrible. I mean, I'm very shocked at that fucking.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, man. I kind of let it go on mine and didn't talk about it on the air, thinking, well, okay, maybe. And I eventually got what I wanted. But then when I heard that call, it all came together. They do that on every fucking vehicle. Every vehicle doesn't show the right price. I guarantee you go find one on there right now, that vehicle costs more than what they advertise.
That's old school dealer stuff.
I know it is, man.
Who owns them now?
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Okay, do you know who they are? And the reason I'm shocked is because truly, it's the son and the family. They're good people, but the dad and his dealerships in the day, Leo Payne.
That's what I thought.
Who is
Mark Payne?
Leo Payne was the original Leo. I used to call him Leo Payne in the ass, right? Because Leo Payne dealerships. Then we had Cherry Creek Dodge the Truth, and we had Doug Spedding, Doug Spedding your money.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. What's happening in your life? This hour brought to you by GrossmanWellness.com. For $249, you can get a real measure of your health with blood work, consultation, and see where you stand. Recommended supplementations, all that, based on blood work. If you become part of the clinic, it's a concierge practice. Every 3 months you get blood work and what amounts to a physical, really. And I've been going there for years. They stay on top of your health. They include prescription drugs and supplements. And it's amazing. Testosterone, all of that. So, and it's for men and women, by the way, GrossmanWellness.com. I urge you to check them out. GrossMan, GrossmanWellness.com. All right, today's Car Day, or Car Friday, as people love to say, and we had one issue here, though, with insurance that had nothing to do with cars I want to get to, because it's puzzling the hell out of me. I'm not sure what this guy wants to do, but I think we got to sift through this. It's pretty serious. Basically, Randy says he's the president of an HOA. He's at odds with his board because they have an insurance broker that's not doing his job. That's it in a nutshell. And correct. Jeremy, we have a question for you. This particular insurance broker found out a year ago that the townhome community wasn't going to have its insurance covered. I mean, renewed, okay? And Jeremy, a lot of townhomes and condos are having their policies canceled, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's a problem in the industry. Well, right now, Randy was given, and the board, they were given 6 weeks' notice to come up with new insurance. Now, apparently, they can't get another broker. And I don't know why. Because they say
I was talking to another broker, but they got blocked by our broker of record. They couldn't get quotes.
Your broker of record claimed the territory, basically.
Yes.
Now let me just, okay, but who has the authority to hire and fire that broker, Randy?
Well, in our bylaws, you mentioned those earlier, it says the president will have all the normal powers granted to presidents and CEOs. So I would think, I don't know, I've never done this, that the president would have that authority. And at the meeting we just had this past Tuesday this week, the broker knew we were all disappointed, and she said that if we wanted to get another broker, she was fine with that.
Now, the broker that's of record right now, does she live in the community?
No. However, not right now. She used to live with her boyfriend who lived there, who is a homeowner there. He just recently moved out.
Okay,
He's now
okay, that's
renting his place.
TMI right now. I just need a quick answer. So when is your when is your insurance done? What's the expiration?
Right now, we have a temporary policy that expires the 1st of May.
Who gave you the temporary policy?
Our current broker, and it's costing us $30,000 for 1 month.
Now, here's what I want to know. If the other board members like this broker and won't get rid of her, don't they understand she's not doing her job? Is she presenting you with a new policy yet?
Not yet. She keeps saying she's got something for us, but so far she's presented nothing. She just keeps saying.
So you're buying temporary insurance at $30,000 a month?
A month, yes.
And how many townhomes? 90?
93.
Does that sound like a lot of money to you, Jeremy?
You know, I got out of doing those a few years ago, so I'm not as up to date on it. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money. It's probably not horribly off the going rate. Scary enough.
Now, when he says he doesn't do it, the Compass still does it. He works at Compass.
We do, yes.
Yeah,
Thank
Compass Insurance Group. Jeremy personally doesn't do it. So here's what I want to know then. A broker of record, is that true, Jeremy? If you called to try to get rates for somebody, they'd make you show that you're the broker of record?
Yeah, on the commercial end, this is all has to do with just commercial insurance. But basically, he could have the new broker submit a broker of record for those quotes. So if the new broker's locked out of the quotes from different companies that they're trying to get, he can have that new broker submit a broker of record to all those companies, and then the new broker would be able to get those quotes.
But then, okay, but what if there's an old broker that has not resigned yet? In other words, if they wanted you guys to do it, you submit a broker of record. What happens if there's two brokers of record? Can there be?
There wouldn't be. So if, let's say he called us and we were going to get a quote with Travelers, we would submit a broker of record to Travelers, and then that quote would be released to us as opposed to the old broker.
Well, then, okay, but then who decides who's the right broker?
The insured ultimately, and then the insurance company would make that switch.
So it doesn't make sense to me, Randy, when you said you had a broker who could not get a quote.
I was talking to a broker. She's not our broker of record. I was shopping around.
But hold on. You heard what Jeremy just said. All she would have had, the new broker would have had to have done is submit a broker of record for that quote.
Okay, but and she asked me if I would sign a broker of record form, but the old broker is our broker of record, so I don't know.
Listen, for different. I don't know if I'm hearing you right, Jeremy, but can I have a broker of record for different companies?
Yeah, so if you have, let's say there's a company that they have not gotten a quote from, his current broker has not gotten a quote from, and the new broker tried to get a quote from them, then they would naturally become the broker of record for that company.
Do you hear that, Randy? So you don't have to have just one broker of record for every single company.
Right, correct.
Okay.
So you got your answer right there. If I were you, Randy, I'd call Compass Insurance Group, have them give you guys some quotes, then say to her, it's very easy, because if Compass doesn't give you a good quote, I mean, I don't know if they will. It's a terrible industry right now for community living. So here's what you do. Let's just say Compass comes up with 3 different quotes from 3 different companies, right? Now, you go to your broker, your other broker, and say, okay, here's what we got. Can you beat any of those? And what are your stupid board members who like this broker going to say, well, we're sorry, Randy, we're going to go with the triple expensive one because we like her? Are they going to say that?
Well, put it this way. I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh, come on. Now, you're telling me if your townhome community had to pay triple the premium and all of their premiums go up triple, all of them, they would say, yeah, we want to do it because we like the broker. Randy, are you telling me that's the case?
Well, I'm telling you that seems like the case right now. But so basically, I can go ahead and sign a broker record for this other person I was talking to, and she can shop around with her.
You know, what's really amazing to me, I'm gonna hang up on you right now, Randy, because what's really amazing to me is I've been in town 45 years. We've been doing insurance checkups for people for almost the entire, well, no, they've been in business, whatever, 20, 25. I have shown people 85% of the time that Compass Insurance Group can beat the hell out of any quote. They're an insurance broker, and they handle about 26 companies. And you just heard me talk to them, and they're willing to talk to you. And you said, well, I'm going to go get this other person. Goodbye. We're done. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. You know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That guy is a moron and shouldn't be the president of an HOA. And I think he's misinterpreting the whole thing, because I doubt there's anyone in the entire universe, I'm sorry, that would say, oh, no, we like the broker. We're just going to pay triple. Yeah, we like doing that. We're going to do that because we like the broker. Now, who in their right mind would ever do that? 303-713-8255. Yeah, that's what you call moron.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about Water Pros today, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did. And 888 heating. Yeah. Okay. Everyone needs an estate plan. It could be a simple will. Maybe you need a trust, or maybe you have a business you want to either sell or pass on to your kids or your heirs. You might want to control what your heirs do even after you pass. There are certain things you can and can't do. Keelan Park know them all, and Keelan Park will consult with you free of charge, go over your entire estate free of charge, and then come up with a flat rate plan for you. Even a cafeteria style if you want. You can do some of it or all of it. What I love is you'll know the price up front, and they won't nickel and dime you. That's Keel and Park. That's a common spelling with E on the end of each. Keel and Park, 970-818-8198. Call for your free evaluation, lawkp.com. All right, Genesis Total Exteriors. Mark Szymanski and his team have been fixing hail damage and doing home improvements for 20, 25 years. Again, they've been with me, and I'm proud to have them as part of the Troubleshooter family. And what they can do for you is put all of your work on one invoice. They have all the latest and greatest products, including the best siding, windows, doors, and roofing. They even have this smog-proof roof that's amazing. That's what they call it, you know. And what it does is it converts the air around it to nitrogen gas. It's incredible. So when it rains, it actually gives nutrients to your soil. And then also any air infiltration is cleaned up into your home. That's GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
Stock market's getting crushed this morning.
It's horrible, man. Inflation. I loved how Joe came out and said how great it was going to be a week ago. Then the people crushed him.
I don't know if he's a liar or he really doesn't understand.
Nah, he's a piece of shit.
Well, he's lying to make himself look good.
No, I understand that. But I mean, you know, he says he inherited this from Trump.
He has no idea what's going on.
You know?
He inherited what?
The
inflation.
That's physically impossible because you have cycles, and we didn't have an inflationary cycle.
No, we had 1.4%.
Everyone inherits an economy, and every economy does certain ups and downs.
A reporter asked him if he takes responsibility for the inflation. He said, no, I inherited this inflation from the previous,
I wonder at what point they're going to stop blaming Trump for stuff.
Why? Yeah, but they don't have any other answers. Now, if you read Jamie Dimon, he had a thing.
Love Jamie.
Smart guy. He's very, very concerned about interest rates peaking out at 8 or 9 here pretty quick.
He thinks they need to be at 8 or 9 just to start really slowing down.
Yeah.
Now, if they do that, 8 or 9,
it's a recession.
The stock market will crash.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's what we thought when it was 7 or 8, and it hasn't done.
No, you're right.
It's up so high, it's fucking crazy.
Now, one thing is crazy.
With all the
We have never. No, it is artificial. And here's what it is. Pete, here's what people are doing. They're positioning themselves in the market, thinking the rates have to come down. That's what they're doing. It's an anticipation, and anticipation is perceptionomics, and that can fucking ruin a country.
That could be dangerous. Yeah.
But right now, it is weird that we had high interest, yet bonds and shit were not keeping people out of the stock market.
I'm going after that Massey.
Tommy said that was cool.
Okay.
Remember?
For sure.
Because, when he calls you and cries,
No,
don't fucking
I'm
give
not.
him
No,
any shit.
once we do that, I never call. Yeah.
Okay. Because he will be crying.
Are we getting anything from that other asshole?
Yeah, every bit of it. Slowly, but yeah.
Oh, yeah?
He tried to pull one.
Default judgment.
Like what? His back?
He thought the agreement was up in a year. I said, no, it's up when you fucking pay it off. He misses one payment.
Which he has.
It's a default judgment.
How much is it?
He's
$7,500 total.
He still owes about half.
Good. At least he pays some.
But the year was up April 1st.
And he thought I didn't have to pay.
He emailed
more.
me March 31st saying we're done, right? I said,
So he thought he just has to make monthly payments for a year.
Which he didn't even do. That's ridiculous.
I'm surprised.
He's got 3 or 4 companies.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I must talk to, she's been waiting a long time too, my God. Okay, let's talk. Alexa, what is going on with you? Hello, Alexa.
Hi, how are you, Tom?
Good. What's going on? Every time somebody calls you at home, your Alexa goes on.
It's fun on conference calls to have my name. It's a hoot. Long-time listener, and by the way, anytime people move to Colorado, I always say go to the referral list.
Oh, thank you. That's what I was trying to give that guy a hint. He's getting screwed and back and forth. Anyway, so what's going on with mold? I hate hearing mold. Ugh.
If you would have told me my house had mold, I would have told you were crazy. So bought typical tract home, late 1990s.
You've been there the whole time?
I'm the third owner. It was 5 years old when I bought it, but nothing was really done on the house before then. So fast forward to my daughter's immune compromised, and they run various blood tests trying to see what else they can figure out. And when they ran the last set of blood tests, hers came back as having mold exposure. So,
by the way, just so you know, and I'm not disputing that. Just so you know, about 98% of us would come back with mold exposure. It's the level that counts.
Right, and hers were very high.
Okay.
Hers were very high.
Now, there's not many people who test for that. So how'd she get that done?
We go to functional medicine people.
And I just want to ask, and I promise you, I won't go down this bunny hole. I just want to know, though, out of curiosity, when you say functional medicine, are they MDs?
This one is FNP-C.
Is what?
Functional nurse practitioner.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, what's going on?
So we got me tested, and I've had huge fatigue for years, and mine were even more out of the range than hers were. So we got a environmental assessment person who came, looked at every room, basically said, yep, pulled up the carpet. Yep, there it is. Yep.
Hold on a second.
So,
this environmental person you didn't get from the referral list because they wouldn't pull up carpets or anything. They would do a mold spore test in the air.
They also did mold spore tests too.
And what did they find?
We have mold.
No, I'm not asking that. Everyone has, let me put that out there. Everyone has mold everywhere.
Yes.
Do you have toxic mold and do you have dangerous levels?
Yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't say all dangerous, but yes, we have toxic, we have staphy. Yes,
Now, this mold assessment person told you have toxic levels of toxic mold.
I don't know if he used the word toxic, but I think it'll help if I just keep going on.
No, I know, but there's a reason, because I'm going to have to go back and ask it anyway, but keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so we've started the remediation process. We're almost done with it. What they have found...
Now, who offered a remediation? Was it the evaluation company?
It was, and I had a different evaluation also done.
And how much was this contract for remediation?
Initially, it started at $20,000 because you don't know what you don't know.
And what is it right now?
We're about $70,000.
Okay, you got ripped off. I'm just going to tell you. So if you wanted to know that, I'm going to confirm it without looking at it. You got ripped off. But keep going. You have a track home. What size is it?
About 3,100.
Yeah, they're putting you together. That's what it's called. They knew they had somebody who was overly concerned with the health, and here's what they did. They put you together and they ripped you off. Without even seeing, I would love, though, to see the actual testing you had done and the actual remediation they're doing. But anyway, keep going. So you've been ripped off for $70,000. What's going on now?
Okay. And I disagree because under every window, so this is the problem. It's not the remediation part is not the problem. The problem is...
Well, it is. You just don't know it. You just don't know it. But keep going.
The flashing was not done properly by the builder. And so under every window, I have pictures that they took. Everything that they did has been documented with pictures, start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And there's mold under every single window, almost every window in our house. And I wanted to know, my house, we can't, and let me add one other thing. Some of the other things they found were where there's missing insulation, thermal ply was put in backwards or completely missing.
Yeah, okay. No, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that with track building, some of that happened. Right. I just still think, and by the way, I'm with you on that. That probably was a very, very shoddily built home. I'm with you on that. But as far as the remediation goes, mold is not as crazy to get rid of as people think, and it can be arrested and stay in place and simply sealed. You don't have to take out everything and rebuild, but you do as much as you want because, again, they got you already, and you got to keep going. So now, but I need to know where we're going with this because it sounds like that builder really did a terrible job, and I'm with you on that.
Right, and
that wouldn't be unusual, by the way. That would not be unusual.
Yeah, where I'm headed is it can't just be my home. There's 100 homes-ish in my area that the builder built. I have casement windows. 2 of the models had casement windows. I'd say there was 8 models total. So I got to believe if they didn't do the flashing right on my windows, they didn't do it right on many other homes.
That's not entirely so. It could be, but let me explain to you about track builders. Okay, I've often found this wonderful when people say I have U.S. homes or I have this home or I have that home. Who's the community builder, by the way? Who's the builder?
Richmond.
Okay, Richmond is not Richmond, and U.S. Homes is not U.S. Homes, and no home builder is a home builder. What a home builder is a brand name and an assembly of different contractors.
Correct.
Every single home is built by someone else. Now, they might have the same crew on 3 or 4 or 5 homes, maybe even 10 homes. But most of the time, all of those subcontractors are interchanged. And the only thing that remains constant is the corporation who hires the subs. And they might have project managers or general contractors. But the point is, everyone who worked on those homes are different most of the time. So the people who put your flashing in aren't necessarily the ones that put the flashing in for the whole community. You're looking at it as if it's a factory, and it's not. So while you may have a house that is completely shoddy, there could be other homes that are like that or not. You don't know.
Correct.
Okay.
But my understanding and the people I've talked to is, I agree with how you've explained that it's teams probably would have worked on multiple homes. And so there could be multiple homes in my neighborhood with the same shoddy construction.
No doubt.
And
Or the company itself sucked and they didn't supervise enough. But keep going.
So my concern is, can I go after Richmond?
Of course not.
They
didn't build that home for you.
Then who would I go after?
You don't have anybody to go after. That's just called life. There's no one to go after. That home was built in the 90s. If we had that kind of liability, no one would be in business anymore. There's two kinds of statutes of limitations. There's one that starts tolling when you discover a fraud, okay, or a breach of contract. Now, in that case, even if you were, then there's what's called an absolute statute of limitations, which means no matter when you discover it, if it's after a certain number of years, you can't do anything. And one of those numbers I know is 12 years, no matter what happened. Now, there are special circumstances where the government, in egregious situations, like with the Catholic Church or with like President Trump, they do a special law, like in New York they did for Trump, where they opened up the statute of limitations so that woman could file a lawsuit against Trump.
Oh, yes.
Okay, what I'm saying is, and that's a fact, I'm not being political. So if the legislature, they can circumvent that, but most of the time, you're way beyond the statute of limitations, both the discovery and the absolute. But let's just say you weren't, okay? You still don't have anything because they didn't defraud you. You bought it from someone else. And so we could make the argument you did not do your due diligence with a home inspector or nothing, or that it's just life. And by the way, if you knew how many homes had mold in them, you would shudder. Because we're under an illusion that we don't have mold. It's not, first of all, it's not the mold that's the problem. It is the sensitivity to mold that's a problem.
Correct.
Okay, well, and then also it's the charlatans taking advantage of those who are sensitive not only physically but psychologically, because about 80 to 90% of the mold cases for people are people who are looking for something because they don't feel good. And the mold has nothing to do with it. But when they find someone to tell them it's mold, then they feel better because they have a reason for how they feel. And then as a result, they go after the mold instead of trying to find whatever deep-seated problem they have. And I'm talking after 45 or 50 years of dealing with people on this. It all started with Ed McMahon. He was the one that publicized black mold and insurance and all of this. And then people started latching on to mold as the reason for their symptoms when they could find no other symptom. And when it wasn't black mold, it was chronic fatigue. I mean, it's really, these are popular trends, and it's people searching for a reason for their ailments. Now, I'm not saying there aren't people who truly have mold. Oh, there are. There are people that are deadly ill from mold sensitivities. Oh, I don't doubt it one bit. But even those people, when you go into their homes, don't need half the mitigation they pay for. So it's a big industry that is perpetuating itself on fear. So if you're looking to go after, there would be another serious question. What are your damages? What are your damages? You couldn't sue for health damages because you would have no attorney in the world that would try to make a case that you have mold poisoning and you and your daughters are sick because of that home. There's no attorney in the world that would spend the money it would take to try to get the damages that you think you suffered. So that is out. So the only damages you could go after is the 70,000 you're up to, or 100. And in that case, you would have the company, even if you were not beyond the statute of limitations, and even if you bought it directly from the builder, which you did not, but let's say you did, then that builder would have the right to go after that mitigator to make the case that they ripped you off. And they probably win on that.
Interesting.
I mean, I hate to, I know you didn't call for this, but you know what? If I don't tell you the truth, I feel like crap. I'm not going to make you feel good by saying, oh, yeah, go after Richmond and go after this person and 70 grand. Oh, yeah, get rid of that mold. You've been so entirely ripped off. I feel so bad for you. I mean, you wouldn't believe how simple mold is to get rid of. And for them to, I don't even know where 70 grand could come from. First of all, you can just kill mold and keep it where it is. It's not the mold that's causing that problem. You kill the mold in 10 minutes. What the problem is stopping the water from feeding it. Once you cut off mold's food supply, you kill the mold, it's gone forever. You don't have to do anything about it. Nothing. Cover it up. You don't have to do anything about it. It's not going to be mold again unless more water seeps in. So you stop the water infiltration. That will never cost $70,000. If you had to do a whole new roof with all new flashing on every single window in your home. But that's not what they're doing. They didn't just kill the mold. They made you feel that somehow your house has cooties and they have to remove each and every piece of wood and beam and everything the mold touched, which is a lie. The truth about mold is you kill it. And mold is not going to deteriorate the wood, and it's not going to get into your air once it's dead. So why do people not just kill the mold? Because these contractors lie to them and say, oh, it's going to stay in your house forever. Unless you get rich, you got to cut it out. I know they told you that. Without even talking to you, I know that's what they told you. And they lied to you. Because you don't have to cut out mold. You just have to kill it. Now, if it's somewhere you can see it, obviously, you want to put in some new drywall and make it look nicer. Of course you do. Or you paint over it. But the point about this is you kill the mold, but you must stop the source, the food source. And the food source is always water. So we just educated you. I don't think it's going to make you feel better after spending 70 grand and knowing you can't recoup it. And by the way, you're not done, right? They're probably not done. You're going to probably be into what, 100 grand?
We're almost done. So
okay, but here's the good part: if you don't tell your daughter, do your daughters live there?
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't tell your daughters what I just told you, they're going to start feeling better because they got rid of that mold. So that's a good part. That's a good part. They're going to start feeling better because they're going to think, well, we took care of the problem. So that's wonderful. I wish you the best. I really do. And I mean that sincerely. I swear to you, I didn't mean to I don't want to make you feel bad. I just truly have to tell you the state of mold. People are obsessed and contractors are ugly, dirty, disgusting, vile people who take advantage of that fear. You think I'm not fucking kidding? That's the goddamn truth.
Oh yeah.
That is the fucking truth.
Today at 4, 6:30 KHOW, Denver.
I'll bet you they cut out every piece of fucking wood, every part. They're rebuilding that entire house.
More likely, yeah. Just need a couple cans of kills and a sprayer.
You kill it, but killing it won't do any good unless you get rid of the water.
It's got to dry out. Yeah.
Well, you got to get rid of the continuing water, not just dry it out, but get rid of that fucking water. That woman thought, Richmond never even doesn't even know who she is. How can you sue them for building a house that she doesn't like? She fucking bought the house.
Just reaching at straws. She's
I know.
at $100,000 trying to get some help. Yeah.
And she might find an attorney who's going to rob her just by the hour. I love Red Rock's Roof and Solar, man. These people not only sell solar systems, they install them and service them, but they are also experts on the financing part. Do you know that they source all their materials in the States, which gives you an extra 10% tax credit, so you get 40%? That's damn near half in tax credits. On top of that, they can show you how to do battery backups in other grids and other parts of the system that will help you make some money by selling back to the grid. Plus, you don't pay for electric. They have commercial systems that pay for themselves. They have special grant writers and financing. Check them out. RedRocksRS.com. Somebody asked for that number last time, so I'm going to give it to you right now. 303-704-2449. Hey, I feel as strongly about Simply Floors Inc. as I do any of my sponsors, where they go into a home and they can sell you floor coverings of any kind for any space and get you the best installers and great prices. Proximity Mills is one of their main suppliers. Check them out. They have hardwoods, laminates, veneers, which are engineered woods. They also have beautiful luxury vinyl planking and, of course, carpeting. Check them out. When you go to the website, you can make an appointment for them to come to your home with what you're interested in, or you can drop by one of their showrooms listed there. Simply Floors Inc. That's INC. SimplyFloorsInc.com. So I had a fucking asshole. He was an actual home inspector. Tell me and other people that just the presence of mold, not in the air, the presence of mold in a home will make you sick. And I said, well, if you had mold, no matter how toxic it was, but it didn't get into the air, it won't make you sick.
Yeah.
And he said when he walks into a home, he can tell if it has mold because just the presence of mold makes him sick. Now, that's a fucking psycho. And he's a home inspector.
Well, like you said, almost every house has mold.
There's nothing in the world that, they're all outside. There's mold spores everywhere.
Yeah. But they're treating it like asbestos.
That's exactly right. Now, it's not great to have in your house. I mean, if you don't want to be breathing mold, but man, I'll tell you this. Kill it.
Yeah.
You don't have this cutting it out part. That was Ed McMahon and he went on a rampage. You know he was the first mold case in the country.
Really?
Yep.
I had no idea.
And talked about it and sued, got millions of dollars. And it got so bad that in Texas, I swear to God, if you had mold, when I was on the air down there, contractors were rebuilt. They were knocking houses down and rebuilding them because they said you'll never get rid of the mold.
Wow.
Well, they're not wrong.
Well, yeah. If you don't get rid of it, you won't. If you keep the water coming in, that's the very first thing. Stop the source. The food source. Once you stop the food source, then you still have to address it. Because even if you stop the food source, it can still get airborne. But even asbestos, they don't tell you to cut out. Do you know that? No. If you had asbestos in a house, leave it alone.
Yeah.
It does you no harm.
Yep.
But another thing people don't want to hear is they want to look for a reason for not feeling good. And mold just fits the bill.
Yeah, it does.
Are you feeling sluggish? Have you been getting, do you get
Takes the frustration away from not knowing. Yeah.
Because the truth of the matter is we all feel like shit sometimes.
Yeah.
I've been looking for a reason lately. I every time I'm in my fucking basement, I see, I'm not doing it here, right? At home, you hear me all the time. when I'm in that basement, not even that in the rest of the house. When I'm down in that damn studio.
You think it's colder down there, Tommy?
You never noticed anything when you were there, right? No allergy, nothing.
No smells or nothing. No.
Jeff, you haven't been there on purpose. I only let certain people in.
Been there a couple of times.
I only let certain people in my home.
The thing that bothered me was the mold.
He could tell as soon as he walked in the door. He said, "Tom, you got mold."
You can turn the fan on, circulate some air, maybe.
Where's my
Really
fan?
kick up those.
Oh, my whole house fan I have. Yeah. You know what? I never thought of that. Like in the summertime, I'll put the air on, but it stays cool down there anyway. But if I turn that whole house fan on while I'm on the air, I got to test that out. I don't know what kind of noise it makes. I mean, you won't. No, you don't hear it in the attic. Wait, did we have it on?
We had it on.
Okay.
You can hear it in the big room, but downstairs you can't hear it.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking we'd hear air moving, but there's no windows in that room, right? I finally got it dialed in where we don't have buzzes or anything. I mean, like the sound is pretty damn clean. Where'd Mark go? Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. What's going on, Sharon, with T-Mobile? I'm so sorry for the wait. We had so many people online. What's going on with T-Mobile?
Well, first of all, you're worth the wait, so thank you for taking the case. We canceled our service with T-Mobile back on November 15th of 2023. We received a bill December 27th for $311.83.
I want to stab. Now, I might be wrong. Did they say you never returned a phone?
No.
Oh.
What they were saying was that when we called them on 12/27, that there were 2 booster boxes or signal booster box, or they thought we only had one, that we hadn't returned.
Okay, well, then I was wrong about the phone. But you know how many complaints we get, Sharon, about this very same thing? That people are being accused of not returning equipment. That's why I said phones. What I should have said is equipment. So did you have stuff you returned or not?
Yes, we did.
Okay, this is too much now. And it's all T-Mobile.
Yeah. It's all T-Mobile. I've called them 7 separate times, speaking with their supposed customer service representatives.
I absolutely believe you 100%.
Yeah.
I think that we've had at least a dozen complaints like this.
Wow. I bet. Yeah, well, now they've sent it on to a collection agency, which
but I have really good news for you. First, you didn't pay it, right?
No, did not, because we returned the products and we have proof of return.
See, this is the good news.
Phone calls saying that they have it.
I'm sorry I'm sorry you had to wait for this answer because it's so simple. But here is what goes on. You're not going to stop the collection activity, and here's why. T-Mobile's done already. They sold that. Okay. There are sleazy collection agencies who will go in and pay pennies on the dollar to buy up these bills, okay?
Yeah.
Now they're going to harass you, and they're going to threaten you. But here's the good news. They almost never, ever take you to court. But even if they do you understand what they have to do? They have to prove their case. See, a lot of people believe once it goes to collection, oh, damn it, I may as well pay and get it over with. I don't feel that way. I tell collection people, if I know that I don't owe something, I tell them, take me to court. In fact, I want you to because I need to get this past me. I'd like to just prove it's not my bill and be on with it. So that's what you tell them. When they contact you, you say, you know what? Would you please take me to court? In fact, I'll wait for service if you tell me when your guy will be here because I want to get this behind me. They don't know what to do with people like you. What kind of proof do you have?
I've got numerous documentations of phone calls that I had with T-Mobile.
Good.
I also have.
Do you have a receipt? Now, did you mail it in or drop it off?
We mailed it through UPS, and I have the tracking.
See, you got it. You're golden.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to collect from you.
No. And I don't want to pay it, because they thought I only had one booster box. We actually found 2 in the home, and we returned both of them immediately as soon as we found out that that's what the bill was for. So I feel like we did our
But what
due
is this
diligence.
about? What is this about T-Mobile going after people like this?
I don't know. For some reason, it seems like the communication from wherever the warehouse is, I think it's Fort Worth, Texas. somehow
Suze, do you recall a
doesn't
few
communicate with
people
their billing
talking
department.
about this stuff? And it's T-Mobile.
Yeah, it's T-Mobile. I'm so glad I switched out of them. We went over to Pure Talk, and I couldn't be happier.
Oh, really? So tell me about
Yeah.
Pure Talk. What is it for your home too?
Yeah, it's our home and our business line, and we have excellent connectivity with them. They're a U.S.-based company. If you have any problems, you have a non-foreign speaking person that you can deal with.
Hey, Sharon, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to do me a favor. My number when we're not here and when we are here, but 303 Martino, if they serve you, call us. I want to know if they actually serve you for court. Call us back. I have to take this break. You know, I can't. I knew. I said cell phone.
You said it, yeah.
I knew what she was going to say.
Who you have your phone through?
AT&T.
A couple guys at the shop.
I'd like to
switched over
switch.
to Xfinity.
Yeah, I'd like to switch, but it's really the only phone service that works up in the mountains.
Oh yeah.
I did a regular rant on that fucking mold. That went a long time. Sometimes I just get so goddamn fed up with the same old shit. Mold is the one thing that people totally overreact about. And you know, they have an NP, nurse practitioner. I'll bet you she's raking the shit out of them too. I'll bet you there are a lot of healthcare people taking advantage of that. Excel Roofing. You know what? I'm going to tell you, you can't find a better company anywhere, no matter what it is. And they just happen to be roofers. So now you got a great company and you got roofing. So that's a good combination since a lot of roofers are ripoffs. Here's another thing I want to tell you. He's employing this AI technology on his website so you can actually get a price for your roof right now. You go on his website, Excel, as in excellent, EXCEL, excelroofing.com, and what you'll find is a place to put your address, no obligation ever. You put that in there, and that'll map out your roof automatically with satellite imagery, and then you will get a price for your roof based on what you want and their pricing. excelroofing.com. If you need a roof, you don't pay a cent until you're content. The only ones who do that, 303-761-6400. Hey, Euro Plumbing. You want to save money? Euro Plumbing. You want to save on water heaters? Euro Plumbing. You want to save on garbage disposals? Euro Plumbing. You want to save on sump pumps? Euro Plumbing. Listen to this. A water heater starts at $13.99 for a 40-gallon tank fully installed, the old one taken away. Are you kidding me? $14.99 for a 50-gallon tank. And no matter what size you want, they have it. They say put them to the test. No one comes close. Euro Plumbing. Colorado.net. 303-668-6844.
Cool.
We probably don't have a lot of time right now. But
maybe get snappy.
Snappy.
I'll be behind.
Okay, that's what they usually call me.
Who Mark fly to?
He's in the office. He's trying to. We got sort of a new website that he's trying to figure out our podcast for. So
Better him than me.
it's complicated matters.
Yep.
yeah, her friend Michael. Yeah, she's the disabled one. Yeah.
She's back on. She's accused us of violating.
Oh, let her talk to the guys.
Yeah, she's very cantankerous.
Oh God, Kelly.
So I'm just letting you know.
She's she's tried to school me on leaving her a message when I called, because I called her and didn't leave a message. I'm like, oh, I'll just try her again in a little bit.
All right, 303-713-8255. Where'd we leave off there, Tommy?
Well, we have we're taking a new call, so pick one. How about Steve? Yeah, okay, so Steve has a question about taxes. Hi, Steve.
Hi.
What's happening?
You were talking about this the other day, and I wasn't paying close enough attention. I, too, just realized TurboTax has set me up for estimated payments, but we figured out the problem was my wife wasn't getting enough taken out of her check, and we've adjusted that. So what happens if we just ignore and don't make those estimated payments?
You never have to make estimated payments, and nothing will happen unless you don't pay enough. So if you don't make
it, as long as I don't owe,
no, you can owe. You just can't owe too much. The rule is you have to pay. Suze, you remember, was it 100% of last year's obligation and 90% of this year's obligation? That's what you have to pay. In other words, your withholdings have to add up to at least what you paid last year.
Right, and that's what they're trying to adjust, because we were about $1,900 short.
Yeah, so
we paid that, and I just didn't know they TurboTax printed out all these checks.
Yeah, of course they do, but you don't have to do them. They do that as a service, but here's the thing. They're assuming you can't adjust it on your own. If you can adjust your deductions and make up for that shortfall, you'll be fine. So that's the way it's going to be.
Charge interest based on those things.
Yeah, you only, like I said, estimated payments are only if you're going to be short. If you're not going to be short, you don't need them. I'm Tom Martino. More coming up. What was puzzling you? The noise? Suze, you look puzzled on something?
It's hearing the music. I didn't realize we were out because we just come back.
I know we are.
Sorry, I was very puzzled.
I'm going to go burn my tongue some more.
All right. Have fun with that.
I don't get that. They're not that hot.
But that's the reason why when people say, yes, I like hot food, I give them my mild version first.
I thought he meant temperature hot. He meant jalapeno hot, didn't he?
Yes.
Man, I love hot food. I'll let you know. Do you put habanero in it or anything? What peppers do you usually put in your...
There's jalapenos, serranos, and habaneros.
Even in your mild?
Uh-huh.
It's okay. You'll be fine.
I'm not scared.
And, of course, the green chilies.
You know, I bought some jalapenos from, was it King's or Walmart the other day to make Mark and I some stuffed jalapenos for go with our smoked dinner and stuff. Usually, sometimes, I mean, they're
hit and miss.
They can be really hot, or I mean, for me, like burn your freaking mouth, uncomfortable, not enjoyable. Or they can just be great. Lately, they've been great, like not too hot. But
we got them the other day. It was like eating zucchinis. It was.
Yeah, I don't know if it's where they come from, if it's the time of year or the season. I don't know.
Probably everything. Temperature, you know. See that thing with Trump at the Chick-fil-A?
Oh, that was good.
You can't teach that though.
It was
I mean,
so
either
good.
you have that, connection or you don't.
Yeah, Joe would have been trying to order an ice cream cone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, treat time. Okay. Let's see how this works.
I didn't see the actual interaction though.
He just gets people. He can be such an asshole on one end and say stupid things, and then just connects.
Yeah, it's got to be in there somewhere. Ooh. You know Liz is gone?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Would she take off too?
I don't know.
Last couple of times I saw her, she was kind of off. I don't know.
Last year she was talking about leaving too, but then I guess she didn't.
My pizza meter is also at a fraction. I don't know.
Let's see here.
You're not liking it as much?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I just don't eat a lot anymore.
Okay, now. Music player, here it is. Son of a bitch. Yeah, if you have any Honda, you can drive down there and get a free club today. Isn't that crazy?
That's how they're solving the problem?
No. If you literally have a Hyundai that's affected, they put a sleeve in there so they can't break it, or they reprogram and download new software. But regardless of that, if you want a free club, if you drive a Hyundai, all you got to do is drive down there and they'll give you a club. They look like a pain in the ass.
The clubs?
Yeah, like what do you run into 7-Eleven and hook your club up?
Yeah.
Griffin uses one every day.
Does
What do you
he?
mean run in?
On the Tesla?
No. Griffin. He
On
on
his
his
Jeep.
Jeep. He has a nice new Jeep pickup, and he uses it all the time.
club.
It's not It's not hard to hook it up.
No, it's quick.
It's like 5 seconds.
Some people you can get through those quick, and others won't fuck with them.
Well, see, we use a different one because we can't get everything in at night, so we try to put a club on everything we have to leave outside. Do our best to prevent whatever could happen out there. But ours are actually a claw that goes underneath it, and a bar that goes up on top of the steering or the dashboard. So you literally just close it, lock it, you're done.
Oh, that's easy.
It's not really portable. I mean, you don't want to throw that under your seat. But.
The one I use?
Yeah.
No, it's small, dude. It's
Oh, I thought it would be bigger. No.
So, Kelly, can you hear me?
Put a note
Kelly?
on it. This card doesn't run.
Kelly.
It's no good. Please don't break
I
the
think that's the
window,
reason
you
why we
dumbass.
have it.
Don't you have to
They
hit
just
that
said,
top
"Was it a
button?
transmission shop?"
I don't know what. I don't know.
Like this one.
It
over
depends
here.
on what they have going.
Right?
Yeah, usually not, though. I think it's when she doesn't have her headphones on. Can you hear me? Kelly. Can you hear me, Kelly? They have 0 commercials, right? The podcast?
Did you see him?
Correct.
The other day? I didn't realize we were on it. I did realize we were on it.
It has the inserted Frank Duran ones that we were talking about before, and that's it.
Perfect. Those aren't commercials. Those are called added bonuses.
Right.
Sure, whatever you want.
Yeah, as long as you're using the PPM.
PPM, yep.
You're good.
Indeed.
that's pretty slick. Yeah, that's not very big at all.
So
I didn't see how much are
I want to see how it looks installed. Where is it? There, he's doing it. Come on. Let me see it. Fucking do it. These videos are overly demonstrative. And it just sits up on the dash.
Your message. Talk back to Denver's talk station now.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Mark, we got yet another call last hour. You weren't here. You're not going to believe it. T-Mobile accused of not returning equipment. This is becoming an epidemic.
They all do it. I mean, every one of them. But yeah, T-Mobile, they accused me of that years ago.
I can't believe how many people have called about that. Anyway, I'm Tom. Welcome. This is a consumer show where we solve problems, answer questions, take complaints on YouTube, on Facebook. I call them my YouTube morons and my Facebook flunkies. And we hang out there. If you want to leave us a message, we also, of course, are on all the social platforms for messaging. And you can call us at 303-713-TALK. That's the station number, 713-8255. My personal number, 24/7, open, 24/7 to leave a message, is 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Jeff has a question on a body shop. Hey, Jeff, what's happening?
Well, hi. Yeah, I've talked to you guys before, but I got into a rear ending when I was up.
Are you there, man? Hello? Something happened just all of a sudden. Huh. Okay. See, that line 3 just, Jeff, I don't know what happened to you, bro. Let me try. Is he on there or not? No?
Go to Mary. That looks fun.
Okay. Mary, what's going on, Mary?
You guys called me. I don't know.
Oh. Okay. You called, I'll tell you why, dear. You called us a while ago.
Yeah.
And you had a problem, so we're calling you back about it.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you remember what you called us about, Tom Martino? Do you called for a problem?
An abatement fee that I owe DHA.
What's that, dear?
Geo Denver Housing Authority.
Oh, okay. I remember okay, we talked to you. We did talk to you already. They said you owed them money for some damages.
Didn't you have a bunch of cats or something?
No, sir. It was a false charge abatement fee 12 years ago. My former late certified therapeutic companion animal, Charlie, did not urinate on the carpets, the linoleum, or the legs of the island ever.
Yeah.
And I had no choice but to come up with it about I could pay on top of my rent. I did not want to come to DHA in the first place. I've never liked DHA. I despise and hate it. I had a small problem, not this grand.
Mary, where do we stand right now? Did they evict you from where you were?
No, but
you're the one on SSI, and you're on Denver Housing Authority, right?
Yeah, Section 8.
And they say your dog caused damages. Did you have a dog?
I just told you my late certified therapeutic companion animal, Charlie, did not do that. He was
okay. No, I understand you didn't do it, but they're saying you did it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what do we do about this?
Well, then who did do it?
Well, she says it's a mistake and it's from 10 years ago. So 12 years ago. How are they collecting this, or are they attempting to collect it? Were they taking a little out every month? Were you paying them, or have you never paid them?
Excuse me. I had a meeting after they made the false stuff, and like I said, I had no choice but to move.
But how long ago? Here's what I want to know. You say the charge is from 12 years ago.
13 years ago when I moved across the street when I first came
No,
over
I
here.
get that. But when did you have a meeting with them about it?
About almost a month after I moved in. Over at 10.
So you've been fighting this for 12 or 13 years.
Yes, sir.
Did anything happen recently? Why did you call us like in early April? Did something happen recently?
I've been talking to my Section 8 certification specialist yesterday. She gave me a few ideas, but she agrees with a lot of people. I should have been charged yet.
I understand, but okay. Here's what I'm trying to get at, Mary.
I paid my rent every month, and the added abatement fee, maintenance repayment fee charge is $25 a month on top of that.
And you've been paying that for 12 years.
13
You've been paying this abatement fee, this $25 a month for 12 years?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Don't believe me? Call Stephanie Black, Denver Housing Authority property manager.
So if you refuse to pay it, would they kick you out?
I don't trust the government.
Why is that?
I should never have been charged in the first place because Charlie didn't do the damage. I watched him quite a few times.
No, I don't believe Charlie did it either.
So, Tom, my understanding from a caller, now I haven't seen any of her paperwork, but that $50 a month was just a simple pet fee for having a pet.
$25 a month on top of my rent, lady.
25. Yeah, lady. Yeah, lady. Come on. It's $25 on top of her rent. Now, in your rent, did you have a pet fee in your rent?
No.
No. Are you sure it's not just a pet fee, that $25?
No, the deposit and everything was paid when I moved in across the street when I first came here.
The pet deposit, you mean?
Yeah, I didn't have to have one because I was still getting a little bit of finishing up some.
Okay. Do you have here's how I'm going to do this, Mary. Mary, do you have any written documentation of this fee they're charging you?
Yes, sir. I even tried to offer that the last time we talked.
I never got a copy of it.
You told me no.
I told you no what? I told you I didn't want it?
I've got a new ledger that just got before the last call and everything. And
okay, here's what I want to know. So far, you've paid $25 on top of your rent for the last 12 years. You've paid in $3,600. So
it's down to $2,200 something now.
So what the hell was it in the beginning?
$4,900 plus was the final charge for replacing the stupid not shag carpet plus shag carpet like they said. I'm sitting on the top of my head.
Certainly they can. After all these years, they can let her slide on the balance. Come on.
No, they can't let me slide. According to Mrs. Stephanie Black, property manager and housing administrator, Mrs. Shannon Klein, the individual. Okay, I can't move from here until what I owe is paid up. Then I can stay here until Puka and I can find a better place.
I can't believe, as cordial as she is, that this was even an issue after all these years.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm not the government. I'm not HUD. I'm not Denver Housing Authority with all their illegal stuff in the 85 years they did in business. I've read things out of Westford and heard people going to Channel 7 over stuff about them.
I want to ask you let's just try to simplify this. So right now, you're calling because they won't let you move to another apartment until this is paid.
I can't move out, period, until it's paid off anywhere.
Well, of course you could. Let's just say you wanted to move to Florida. You're telling me they would lock the doors and keep you prisoner?
Mr. Martino, I don't put anything past him. I'm 70 years old. I've seen a lot of things
What?
happen.
Whoa. Wait a minute. You're 70?
Yes, sir.
You're 70 years old.
And
How
my
old are
health
you,
has
Tom?
gotten worse.
70. We're the same age. Want to go out to eat? I mean, come on. This is like unbelievable. I thought she was 85. I didn't know that. Okay, she's 70. Wow. All right. What a nice picture I have in my mind for the future. Now listen. Here's the deal. I don't know what we can do on a serious note. Hey, Kachina, did we ever reach out to the housing people? I don't see that. Well, yeah, so I see it was assigned to Doc.
Correct. He tried, and I don't know if he actually was able to get through.
We got Doc on the case. Well, what did Doc? No, seriously. Did Doc call the housing authority? Let's ask Doc if he recalls this case with Mary. I think he was telling me she was being evicted. I remember him telling us that.
Ask her if she's getting evicted.
I don't want to. I don't want you at this point.
Do you think her dog actually did it?
Well, man, I mean, it's too late now to even defend her on it. She said 13 years ago.
How much was the total?
$4,900, she said, right?
Wow.
$4,900. So from her dog 12 years ago?
I wonder if she was just letting the dog kind of, go in the house.
I don't think so.
You want to go check it out, Mark?
Well, hold on a second, though. She's 70 years old. We got to give her special grace.
We do that every day here.
Okay. Now, people, what do you think? Kachina, I would like Deputy Doc. I'd like you to ask him what he's doing on it. I got to take this quick break. We got Roof Max Sealant. Has anyone heard of that? And then we have a car tow we're going to talk about, an employer. All of that coming right up.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies does exactly what the name implies. They plan retirement for those in the Rockies. If you're part of that team, or of that class, that category of people, and that really includes anyone from 40 on up, because you got to start thinking about retirement at some point. And in the 40s, you can build a nest egg. They can help you. They can also help you preserve the nest egg through retirement, along with other things you will need to make a secure and happy retirement plan. I'm serious. You need to talk to them, because you might think, I got it. I got a 401k, I got an IRA, got this, got that. You're not just drawing down retirement isn't what you need. What you need is a plan to sustain it. They can talk to you free of charge. I think you'll love what they can do for you, really. Their charges are no more than you're paying now with other products, I'm sure. rpcenter.com. They're sponsors of this show, by the way, and I am a true client. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, rpcenter.com. 970-663-3211. 970-663-3211. If you're looking for window coverings, I got a number for you to call or a website for you to look at, and they'll do everything for you and make it very easy. That's why the name is Made in the Shade. Now, of course, they do shades and blinds and shutters. They do soft goods, hard goods, valances, whatever you want, high-tech, low-tech, in-between tech, cell phone-controlled shades, solar shades, battery-operated shades. Call them. They'll come and estimate for free with a designer to help you pick the right stuff for the right place and then come up with a price. If you do it, everything's included, including the warranties and service. 720-458-6566, denvershades.co.
I'm ready.
You hear all the time people...
Doc is checking his notes, but I can tell you that we were not able to get a hold of her, I don't think, because it was one of the days when he was here alone, and her phone was messed up, and I'm not sure if he left a message or not. She says he did,
She's
but then,
cantankerous, baby.
yeah, and then never called it back, or never called her back. But then I left her, because she's called like 3 times this week, and I've left her messages, and then she accuses me of not leaving her messages. So, I don't know. She's just kind of a little slow. I don't know. But anyway, so he's checking notes right now.
All right, lady.
No, lady.
I got to hear that again. It was classic. I did like the cat playing in the background. Tom thought she was on a barn or in a barn.
So roof max is some sort of spreadable on top of the roof.
I loved when Jeff goes, yeah, there's elephants on that ranch.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? What?
When you were so pissed a few weeks ago, you were trying to help the guy who called about his girlfriend dying, and the dog was barking.
You go, what do you live on a farm? and
There's
Jeff,
an elephant playing in the background.
and Jeff goes, yeah, there's a lot of elephants on farms.
I remember that.
And a monkey.
You guys could just grow up in the studio.
Didn't he have a, or was it he or she have
He called in
had
about
a serious problem?
Yeah,
right?
his girlfriend had died, and the kids.
Yeah.
The kids were trying to take the single
I just
wide.
thought it was classless the way they were. How, was it Shannon?
No, it was Dragon.
It was Dragon.
Dragons.
I thought
more
it was
likely
weird
to
because it was
confess,
such a like a heart. I thought it was a heart wrenching kind of thing, right?
No, the dude was laughing. You would ask a question and his dog would go.
God bless. He's too much.
That was the best line though ever.
Tom, I'm 30 years old and I need some help.
God, that's got to make you feel young and vibrant, huh? It is funny. Some people just give up, man.
That's what it is.
It's just done. I'm old. I'm over.
I think it starts truly with the mind.
It has to.
I don't think they do. They keep their mind.
Or a big event like falling, something, you break a hip, something life-changing like that, then the psyche.
Well, they lose a partner.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Or a kid or something out of whack.
Oh, yeah. That can do it, man.
So what did Addie think of the freeze-dried candies?
I don't know if she ate them.
Yeah, I made her and Gavin.
Oh, that's right.
You were taking credit for the Easter basket. Huh?
Yeah, he took all the candy from us and gave it away.
Great. They loved it.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Okay, so Gene, what's going on with you, Gene? What's happening? Gene?
This is Gene Zachary.
Hi, Gene. What's going on?
Well, I had a friend here, and he just left. He was trying to.
Well, if you want to give me some general information, and we can talk to him later, or do you want to just? What is the issue? Since you've been waiting so long, what's the issue, dear?
Okay, the issue is that I purchased an awning from my. I live in a condo.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, I got approval from the HOA to have the awning installed.
Okay, you did get approval. Okay.
I got approval. Now, the guy, the manager that approved it, it's bad to say he passed with cancer. And I know Jim would have been more reasonable.
So are they denying that? Are they denying that you had approval?
No. The awning got put up.
Okay.
Now, I have lived here for 30 years.
Okay.
Okay, and for over 20 years, I've been having problems with water from the gutters above pouring down onto my patio. And they have been band-aiding it. It hasn't ever really been corrected right.
Okay.
And I think after the awning, when they put the awning up, everything looked really nice. It was good. But last year, around July, we had a downpour of water.
Okay.
Raining. And I mean, the water poured all the way from the patio across my stairs. And I noticed that because my patio is pointing south, I get a lot of sunlight on that patio. And I guess the end of the patio of the part that was holding it, I think it may be called the rafters.
Yeah.
It pulled apart. It pulled apart like always.
It pulled
And
apart
now-
where? Tell me what you're talking about. Pulled apart outside your back door?
Well, no, this is. I have when you walk out on my patio.
Okay.
I have a little coverage.
I got it. So that you're talking about the rafter above your patio.
Yes.
Okay. So where are we going with this? What can we help you with? What's going on?
Okay. Now they want me to take. They had some work going on here last summer, and they told me I needed to remove the awning. And they would put it back up.
No, I get
after
it.
the work was
I
done.
get it.
Well, they did it. They didn't do the work last year, and so they postponed it until this year.
Okay.
And so this year the work has still not been done, and they're supposed to have some guy to come out on Monday to do the work, and he came and told me Monday this week that he was coming to do it, and I said, will they be able to put my awning back up? And he said, yes, no problem.
Okay, let me ask you this,
letter-
Gene. I need to get right to this part. Did they did they finish the repair? Not the awning part, but they never did the water repair.
Never did it. The girl just called me Saturday asking me, the president of the HOA, asked me if they fixed it or not. She don't even know. And I told her no. So I sent her pictures. Okay, so they blew those pictures up, and then they sent me a letter and an email saying that it's unfortunate that it's been determined by the contractor that the building will not support the weight of the awning, and it cannot be reinstalled.
Okay, but there's two things going on here right now, Gene. The first one I want to know, I understand about the awning, but the first thing, are they going to fix the water damage?
They're supposed to send some guy out on Monday.
But even if they do fix it, they're telling you can no longer have the awning.
Exactly. And I paid $4,000 for it.
Oh my gosh. And they say that it can't be supported?
Yes. Now we have one guy over here.
But if let's say it's true. Okay, I want to take both sides of the argument. Let's say it is true. Well, there's nothing you can do about it if they can't if they won't let you put it up there because it won't support it. The argument, well, it used to be there, won't be good enough. In other words, if they notice somehow that it can't be supported, is there anything you can do to have it reinforced?
I'm willing to come out of my pocket to pay whatever needs to be.
Did you tell that to them? Did you say to the homeowners?
No, I have not spoken with him. You know, when she sent me the email, I didn't respond. I get what you're saying. They don't want you to put the awning back up. By the way, may I ask somebody, do other people have awnings? There's another guy has an awning.
Is it like yours?
Mine is a retractable one.
They're pretty heavy, man.
All right, is it?
Yeah.
Now, here's what I'm thinking, okay? I think first you should try to talk to the person that wrote you the letter and say, I understand you discovered my awning will not be supported right now the way the roof is. You then ask, just let them know you got the message. Then ask them, am I allowed to have someone, let's say, reinforce it so we can use it?
Usually they don't mount on the roof. They mount on the side.
Yeah, I can't.
But it's not on the roof. He didn't put it under the roof.
Yeah, it's on the side, right?
Yeah, it's kind of over this. It's
You could almost reinforce it
know.
if they'd allow her to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
I mean, if you ran a 2x6,
Rob-
whatever, the length of that, it would mount right up on that.
Okay.
Yeah, well, all I know is I had a friend of mine, a couple of friends. One is a handyman, and he believed that they're not going to ever get it right because they've been just band-aiding it over the last years that I've been over 20 years. I wanted you to know that over 20 years, the same water caused my whole patio to fall on top of my car.
Why were you parking under the patio?
Well,
how's
I
that
have a
possible?
My car porch is under my patio.
Wow.
Okay, here's what I need to do. I want you to call. I want you to talk to them first. Then, if you have a problem, call us back, and we need to get a copy of that email she sent you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Now, I'm not entirely sure about. Let's see. Oh, Doc.
Deputy Doc's got an update on Mary.
Doc, you remember Mary, who was in that place and she was being charged from 12 years ago, $4,900 for dog damage?
Yeah, I sent an email to the Denver Housing Authority and haven't gotten a response. So I'll tickle them again.
Am I remembering this correctly or not? Did you tell me she was being evicted, or is this someone else?
I think this is someone else.
Okay. So she's paying $25 a month on top of her rent toward that bill. She's been doing it for 12 years. She's got a balance due of around $2,000. I mean, that woman's been paying forever. And I think, we got to figure it out. So you did write to the right person?
Yeah, I think so. I did it at Denver Housing. So, which is what.
And did you use her name and complex and all that?
Yeah, I will check with her and make sure I got everything right.
All right, thanks.
I'll give a call later on.
All right, so Mary, we're going to call you back on that.
Yeah. Ryan was playing some of the, I like his show, by the way. He was playing some of the Juices Loose shit, the real Bronco stuff. And it reminded me.
O.J. Simpson?
O.J.
Oh.
And it reminded me of the Al Michaels one. It was real, where someone from the Stern Show called up.
Oh, yeah.
Towards the end of it. And they convinced him. It was the Stern dude. They convinced on a live broadcast with like millions of people watching that the neighbor could see him in the back of the Bronco pulling into the house. But the way he was doing it, it was pretty, I guess the word might be racist, but it played out over the air. And finally, Al Michaels interrupts, I think it was Peter Jennings, and says, hey, he just said Baba Booey. That's code word. He had to explain. You have Al Michaels live on television explaining to the other guy that he's being had.
The Art of Granite right now will get you a price on your countertops, whether it's granite, quartz, marble, quartzite, any man-made material, any natural stone. They do it all, and they love giving prices on the phone. Tear out and haul away is always free. And, of course, now they're going to give you a choice of a free edge treatment, free backsplash, free kitchen sink, or a free bathroom vanity when you have the kitchen done. The Art of Granite.com. Get your price right now. Mitch Floria loves giving prices on the phone. 303-386-5919. 386-5919. You know who else loves giving estimates? RedRocksRS.com for the roof and solar. That's right. Red Rock Solar. You know what they do different than anyone? They do it all, from sales, installation, service, and financing, and tax credits. They help you with that. And, of course, grants. They have a special grant writer for big commercial systems to get those systems up to 100% and more paid for. They can also help you with your regular system, off-grid system, battery backup system. If it's solar, think Red Rock's Roof and Solar, redrocksrs.com.
Well, what sports announcer destroyed his own career broadcasting a Bills game talking about OJ?
Oh, about OJ?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about OJ. Who?
Howard Cosell.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that was OJ? Oh, my God. I did not know that was OJ.
He was on a break, and Howard Cosell's talking about this break, and he's running down. He said, "Look at that monkey run."
No, they were on the air when he said
right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. He was announcing the game.
But he wasn't. It wasn't OJ.
I'm pretty sure it was.
No, it was San Francisco. It was Jerry Rice or somebody. No, you look it up. Look at that. Yeah, look it up. Let's text it because I it wasn't him.
I thought it was OJ.
Listen to this.
Oh, I remember this.
Here it is. Look at that monkey run, Howard Cosell. It says Howard Cosell, Monday Night Mayhem. It was in, it was, it's on here right here. Look at that. Howard Cosell, Frank Gifford, talk about that little monkey, reference to Mike. Okay, it's Mike.
No, it wasn't even.
Wasn't OJ?
No, I thought it was OJ.
I knew that. I knew Howard got canceled for that, but I didn't know who.
But who was it?
That's back when they cancel you for doing really stupid shit.
It was a Redskins.
You know?
Oh, shit, I was wrong. Why did I think it was 49?
I don't know. Why did I think it was the Bills?
Oh, wait. In reference to Washington Redskins, Herb Mulkey.
There's a lady. I got to hear this now.
He said he called his little grandchildren little monkeys. I know what he meant. He didn't mean it as a racist.
Shit.
He did not.
I don't know, man.
No. Howard Cosell.
I don't know, man.
No.
So you're saying if it was a white guy, he would have said it?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know, man.
He said he called his grandkids little monkeys. Look, and haven't you called kids little monkeys before? I have.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get that as one of her ringtones or something.
When you were calling her phone.
It's not 50, it's 25, lady. Yeah, maybe I can. I'll sneak it on her phone, and then we'll call her.
Or every time she receives a text or text notifications.
Oh, yeah,
lady. He got he was making $25,000 a month off his pension, and Goldbergs couldn't touch it.
But now that he's dead, can they touch it?
I think a pension goes away when you're dead. Yeah, unless you got some.
Because I know there was some other real assets that they couldn't touch, but now that he's dead, I don't know if they're up for grabs now.
I don't know. Luckiest motherfucker in the world, though.
Well, yeah, but it was the LA police that screwed the whole thing up.
Then, no, he really screwed up, too, though, when he went and stole his memorabilia at gunpoint.
Oh, no, afterwards, yeah.
What did he do, like 5 years or so?
No, 20. Armed robbery, yeah.
He shows up.
It was for stealing his Heisman.
Signed football.
It was his Heisman trophy.
God.
No, Goldman got his Heisman trophy and melted it down.
Oh, did he?
Did he really?
Yes. Yep. No, it was just memorabilia that the guy had, like, in a Vegas hotel. He went in with guns ablazing.
Can you imagine?
Your station online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, let's talk about this roof max sealing, whatever the hell it is. Rob, what is this, sir?
I'm not really sure what it is. We know these two people. One of them's elderly. The other one just turned 65. So we see this placard in their yard, and it says Roof Max, Pet Roof Max, and it has on GetRoofMax.com. And so one of the first tip-offs is we asked them, well, what did they do? Oh, I'm trying not to laugh. They told them that we have this special formulated chemical that we're going to spray on your asphalt roof, and it's going to soften it up, and it's going to make it hail resistant. About 5 years.
I'm right here now. Roof Max, MAXX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot. It's just, well,
It's a
Jay thinks
spray.
it's garbage.
It is. It's a joke.
You got ripped off.
Well, you didn't do it, did you?
Oh,
No.
God, no.
They say easy, proven, affordable alternative to replacement. They're not saying it makes it hail-proof. They're saying that you don't have to replace your roof anymore. They will do this instead, and it resurfaces your roof.
They told them that it would soften their tiles up.
Yeah, and so they soften them so they lay flat again and seal, is what they're saying.
It just was baffling to me.
There's nothing on this website that talks about hail resistance, not one thing.
That's the first thing that came out of his mouth.
Well, okay. That I think what they
They
might have
snookered
said,
him, man. It is what it
I
is.
know. I think what they might have meant was you don't have to replace it after a hailstorm.
Well, they bamboozled him. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't bamboozle him because he didn't do it.
No, his neighbor, the old guy.
Oh,
No, they did it. 2 people I know did it.
Uh-oh. They got...
1,300 and 1,500.
Well, that sounded way cheap to them, so they thought, you know what? This is a good deal.
And their roofs are probably a little newer than ours, and our roof's beautiful, and their roofs don't look good at all.
So did they do this after a hailstorm?
No, they just did it like a month ago.
But why did they do it?
I have no idea. I don't want to embarrass them.
Man, I'm looking at this. This looks like a bunch of garbage. I mean, it really does. And
check this out.
And they say that what they do, they say that it basically their only claim is it softens the roof so it lays down and seals. That's what they're saying. Restores flexibility and water repellent action.
Well, in their Q&A, it actually says, will Roof Max seal my roof from leaks? Short answer, no.
What?
That's what it says right on their own website.
I think they said they will prevent it from leaking.
It says short answer, no, because 99% of roof leaks occur at the flashings.
Oh.
This must be local, too, because their phone number on their sign is a 719.
Well, the product's sold across the country, and then,
it just has dealers.
contractors buy it and spray it on.
Yeah, the website shows animation. And what's really silly about this is the roof is mostly cosmetic anyway. The real roof is underneath the roof. I mean, asphalt protects the underlayment from the sun. And it's their first layer, but it's really not the waterproof layer. So, and the whole thing is ridiculous. And the only reason people replace asphalt after hailstorms, the only reason is because when it loses its granules, then that shingle will deteriorate. And once it deteriorates, then the underlayment will deteriorate. That's the one really protecting your roof. So, roofs have not changed a lot in years right now.
Mine has.
Well, the hail-resistant stuff?
Well, no, mine's all plastic. Yeah, it's hail-proof.
Yeah. Do they call it hail-proof or still hail-resistant?
I think it's called hail-proof. Yeah. We had 0 damage, all those big storms, nothing on the roof, nothing. Like it never happened, man.
Wow.
And snow comes right off of it, which is cool. I'll bring you in a piece of it. It's this thick of plastic.
Is it a smooth side?
No, they fake it up to look kind of like...
but no granules. It's faked up to look like wood.
Not like wood. It looks like slate.
Oh, that's nice. All right. Anyway, Rob, thank you for telling us about this because I want to look more into it because I don't believe in it, by the way. I truly do not. Coming up, we have an issue with a car tow, wondering what that's going to be. Frank Duran, the real estate man, will do a market valuation of your home. I'll tell you more about Frank. in the commercial, but I want to tell you about something else about him right now. Some of the things you need to know. He doesn't hold you to a long-term contract ever. And he lets you out of the contract. That's how sure he is you're going to be happy. He wants to earn your business each and every day. No other real estate person does that. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Did you read any of that with Tesla go with the robo-taxi stuff? That's their next big project coming out.
Cool. Who's doing that?
Tesla.
EuroplumbingColorado.net. They are offering water heaters at the lowest prices anywhere. Also, they say their great deals extend to almost any plumbing repair. Now, you put them to the test for water heaters, and you'll be shocked if you need a new water heater right now. $13.99 for a 40-gallon tank, fully replaced, the old one taken away. And that's new supply lines for gas and water. $14.99 for a 50-gallon tank. Even if you want a constant flow or instant water heater, they can beat any price. EuroplumbingColorado.net. They love being challenged. 303-668-6844. K&H Home Solutions, you've heard me talk about them. Some of the oldest home improvement people in all of Colorado. They started out as KH Windows, and right now they do have windows, and they have what I'd venture to say is one of the best windows on the market made right here in Colorado. I'm so excited. They partnered with Alpen Windows, ALPEN, high performance, custom fit, insulated fiberglass, thermally efficient and beautiful for both commercial and residential. This is a unique window, lightweight, suspended film technology, and it gives an insulated value almost like a wall. You got to call them for a demonstration and more. 303-421-7100, 421-7100, khwindows.com.
It's this self-driving shit, man. I just can't get over how great it is.
Well,
I use it all the time.
The biggest downside they said with this is if you see it coming, you can cut it off because it's uber conservative.
Yeah.
So if it's going to make a left turn and you don't give it a chance, it'll sit there all day trying to make the left turn.
So funny enough, you can go in on the self-driving, and there's 3 modes. You can choose aggressive.
Oh, really?
I haven't chosen aggressive.
Oh, you can?
Mm-hmm. There's 3 different modes when it comes to butting out into traffic. I'm on the medium mode, and it does pretty good, man. It'll get out there. What it'll do is speed up fast as shit.
Yep.
It'll just go. But it's funny. It's like an old man or an old woman coming up. They got to do a complete stop, and then they nudge up a little, and then you see the steering wheel kind of, and then off you go.
Yep.
I use it everywhere, man. Everywhere.
But people play with it. Kind of like, Sam's Club, the floor sweeper thing.
Yeah.
You see it? I could see you doing it.
Walmart's
jumping out in front of it.
I'm shocked they stop.
Can you summon the Tesla?
It has summons. I haven't done it yet. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's part of the new thing. So I'll try it when we come out of a restaurant when I remember.
Seriously, it'll come get you?
That's what it says. It'll summons. I haven't even figured out how to summons it. It must be in the app, I would guess.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't go. I did read it's maybe 400 feet. It's not. You're not going to summons it from
From Denver
Aurora.
to Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Which would make sense that it could do it, Send the car to go pick up the kids.
And it must know where you are because of your phone.
Yeah.
God damn.
You're going to have to get an implant, in order to get your summons done.
Eventually, you'll just own a car service. You won't own a car.
Yeah.
You'll have a subscription.
Subscription to
and,
a service.
When it's time to go to work, you'll have a car come pick you up. When it's time to get the kids to school.
That's a
different
great
car picks them
model.
up.
Have you heard of that? That's the way to do it. That would be the greatest way. I don't want to own a fucking car. I do not want to own one. I hate them.
No, it looks like it just moves it up and back.
See, I saw commercials for another car that parks and stuff like that.
My BMW doesn't have self-driving,
My,
but it has the autopilot.
Our other two cars do that.
Yeah, but how
right
would
on
you
my
like
key
it,
fob, you hit a button, it goes backwards. Hit a button, it goes
It's
forward.
all well and good for you, but
What
what
for?
about the guy you just blocked in that doesn't have that?
Fuck him.
Well,
What are
he
you talking
walks all
about,
over
Mark?
your hood to get
Oh,
your car.
On my key fob, I hit a button, our cars go out and in. So, like, if you don't want to open the door up because you're in a tight parking spot, you get out and then the car just...
That's the Tesla?
All our cars have it.
There's a lot of cars, too.
My Santa Fe's got it.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't. I know I have one that's the weirdest thing.
You might have that.
I have one that's the weirdest thing, and that's 300 feet or 360 or something reverse, meaning no matter what you did, where you did it, it'll do the opposite.
It's time once again for our Fool of the Week. Send your nominees to 57739. Start them, Ryan, and you won't want to miss the surprise I have for you in hour 2, right here on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. Let's talk, Mike. And by the way, after Mike, we have some open lines for the first time today. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
I'm calling for my nephew.
Yes, sir.
He lives downtown in Union, or right above, across the street from Union Station in a loft. He pays for.
Does he like it down there?
He does. He's got a small little place, and it's perfect for him.
You know, it's a beautiful area. I was there the other day. I mean, before Denver went to hell. But that area still is pretty nice. And I was shocked at how they cleaned it up. It wasn't what I've heard about. I mean, it looked really nice, and the restaurants were thriving. Anyway, so what's happening?
So, anyways, he has a parking pass. He pays $270 for to park his car. His car went out of commission in the parking garage a month ago. So he's been taking the bus to go to work and back. And
What's wrong with his car?
garage. I believe it's a turbo.
But it won't even start?
Well, it starts, but it runs horribly. There's no power to it.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, he's been saving money to get it towed and get it to the parking garage, or to the mechanic. We got a warning on March 29th saying we need to move this. Obviously, he's not going into the parking garage looking and making sure his car's good. He's saving money to get it towed and to the mechanic. April 5th, it got towed, but we've been paying our parking pass, which is $270 a month.
Wait, your parking pass in that garage?
Yes.
But has it not moved?
Correct. So
and, hold on. Do you have an assigned spot?
I think it's free, or it's, wherever you park, you just have a spot. But he has a parking
that's
pass
why it was towed, because it didn't
on his
move.
dash.
See,
Right.
they don't want a car
think
left
that's
there.
ridiculous.
They don't want a car left there.
That's a hard pill
I've
to
seen them
swallow.
tow for flat tires.
No, they won't let
Yeah.
it. They won't let a car stay there. That's why they want them moving in and out, because they want everyone to have a chance. And even though you're paying for a parking pass, we've had this issue time and time again. You're going to make the argument there was no reason to tow it. Now, if that's true, that's true. What had it been moved? Or be honest here, as far as was your son being honest?
No, it hasn't been moved.
How long did it
Saving
sit there
his money.
before? How long did it sit there before it was towed?
1 week, or 1 month, 4 weeks.
That's a long time. Now, I personally don't know what harm it does if he's paying. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But that's
It comes automatically out of my checking account, so I know it's paid. His tags are good. His insurance is good.
Yeah, who towed it, by the way?
Watts. We just got it out today from Watts Towing.
Wyatt, W-Y?
Yeah, Wyatt. I'm sorry. It's posted in there. I mean, of course, yes, he needs to move it, but they said it needs to be moved every 48 hours.
But does it say, wait, does it say that on the sign?
No.
See, how would anyone know that?
It's probably in the parking agreement when they signed up for whatever they're paying on.
He's been there 2 years, and he signed that parking lease 2 years ago, and it's always been paid because I pay for it. And
no, we're not disputing. No one is disputing whether it's paid for or not. No one. What I want to know is, in the original agreement, does it say the cars have to be moved every 48 hours?
I'm looking for my paperwork because I signed for it. So, yes, I'm looking for it. 2 years ago, I got it filed. I don't know where it's at.
Okay, I get you.
You know, they towed it on the principal fact that it needs to be moved every 48 hours. What if business people go to DIA and have a 2-week vacation or, business
first of all, is that his business? Is that his business or residence?
His residence.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that because, I mean, what is this part of the condo? Like, does that privilege come with owning a condo there, or can anyone do it?
No. So he has the loft caddy corner to Union Station, and then he's at the Union Station parking garage.
Okay.
And the company is International Parking Company.
No, I know what you're saying, but you're saying what if a guy has to go out of town, or what if they have to go out of town? Right. I see what you're saying, but they're saying this is not meant for that. That's what they're saying. It's not long-term parking. I mean, he's using it for something it's unintended to be used for. I know you don't like it, but I would make them prove the 48-hour thing. I wouldn't take it on their face value.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna.
They waited a month.
But I'd make him prove it.
Yeah.
I don't see. I mean, why would they?
I thought he said they gave him a warning.
Mm-hmm.
He said they gave him a warning to move it.
Fuck.
And he didn't.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got sufficient notification, and all he had to do was move it. Just move it across. It runs. Well,
No,
he said it runs,
I'm having
but it was
an
like hell.
issue with it.
Okay, just move it into another spot. That's all you had to do.
It says YouTube videos, add new video. Is that?
Oh yeah, even if it doesn't drive well.
No. I'm.
So all you had to do is put it in a different spot.
Right now.
Okay, all right.
It's like New
Just
York,
keep
there's
getting them,
opposite
though. We're
side of
gonna
the
put
street
them all
parking.
up.
You got to get up every 12 hours and move your car to the other side.
Yeah, that's that New York shit.
Yep.
In Seinfeld.
Yep, exactly.
What about Seinfeld?
You got to move your car in New York to the other side of the street for street sweeping and stuff.
George tried to take over for the guy, caused all sorts of traffic accidents and bang-ups.
I can't believe all the concerts this dude puts. Jesus Christ. What day are we going to him? 8th or 9th? 9th, right?
Actually, it might be the 8th. I don't know if I.
I think I would have bought Friday. I don't think I would have bought Thursday.
Really?
Yeah.
Mark Wallen. You better be sure.
I'm pretty sure.
How do you spell the guy's name? W-A.
That the guys threw the chair off the roof.
Yeah. I like him.
Is he out of jail yet?
Here they are right here. Shit, we are so close to the stage. It's crazy.
Well.
I dare you to wear a hard hat. Why did he throw a chair? Did they ever say?
I don't know.
Or does he really have to have a reason, I guess? He didn't like the chair.
No, wait a minute.
Oh, this is for George Strait.
Did you say we had a Buc-ee's here in town?
It's up north of town.
Is it nice?
I haven't been there yet.
You haven't been?
It's brand new.
You gotta go check it out.
What was
I'd
the other?
wait a while.
What was the other one that was like that? There's another one, a big one, big giant truck.
Oh,
I don't know if it's as big as Buc-ee's, but
no, not as big. Well, like Little America's used to.
Is Buc-ee's like a thing? Like
it's a big thing.
Southeast, yeah. Georgia, Texas.
Did you hear Hannah from Fix It tell me when she was at your house? She's got 2 bikinis, Buc-ee's bikinis. She's from Texas, so Buc-ee's is a big thing. They have barbecue, all kinds of snacks, gifts.
Is it one big restaurant or several restaurants?
Oh, it's just one big.
One big building.
It's like a convenience store the size of Walmart, maybe bigger.
Yep.
But they've got, what do they have, sushi in there?
Do they have good?
A deli. They've got a.
Do they have
barbecue.
good prices?
Yeah, and they've got a big gas station.
I mean, it's not like they're cheap.
It's fun. It's
Yeah, they
just
got like
fun.
150, 200 pumps.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Look at the picture. It's on
Buc-ee's,
on
look it up.
75
How the
acres.
fuck can they stay busy?
It's a cult.
But here's what's
They just-
messed up. I learned it's not a truck stop, which
No.
I found so weird.
No, you can't get
And
a
it's
truck.
right
in
off
there.
I-25 in Johnstown or whatever the.
They don't
exit
want
is.
trucks in
Yeah,
there.
it's right over there.
Is it exit 240 up there?
It just opened a month ago.
It's
They've
right
been
by the
building
corner
it.
place, by whatever.
Johnson's Corner.
Yeah.
It's north.
Johnson's
it's
Corner,
north
not
of there, isn't it?
Johnstown.
Yeah, but it's like right. It's within a
Same-
mile or two.
Same. Yeah.
Is it always crowded?
It is right
They've
now.
got a
There's
following. Oh yeah, Scott Dollar went up there this weekend, but
Just
when they
to
first
see
opened,
it?
there was a line.
It's a destination. Are
When
you
they
kidding?
first opened, there was a line to get in.
Yeah.
Like out the door.
I'm gonna go up.
There was
check
a
the
line. There was a
barbecue.
line
Supposed to have
down
really
the
good
street.
brisket.
It was cars lined
Yeah.
up for like a mile and a half.
There ain't no goddamn gas
Let's see
station.
what else
left.
do they have.
Yeah, like I say, give us 6 months, then go.
Yep. Kind of like Krispy Kreme. You know. You didn't want
I never understood the
They're the-
passion.
I didn't understand that one either.
It's
But
the world's largest convenience store, they say. World's longest car wash. They've got all kinds of stuff.
That's interesting. The world's.
But they said they
largest
get the
car
cleanest bathrooms in the world.
Yeah.
They constantly being cleaned.
Got a big gift area for gift stuff, like trinkets and candles. It's crazy.
And Bucky's bikinis.
Bucky's bikinis. Bucky's, I want a t-shirt.
I should come out with a calendar for that and compete with Hooters.
Yeah, no kidding.
They said they got a wall of beef jerky that you've never seen.
Yep,
So many different
they do.
varieties.
If you like beef
If
jerky.
you're like Willy Wonka, you can just go up there and lick it.
I imagine you could. I don't think they'd welcome you back, but you know.
Are you looking at the car wash?
It's like a couple weeks ago when Doc asked if I was wearing shorts. Well, they escorted me out of the building last time I didn't.
It's in Texas. I don't know if they have one here.
What?
The car
World's
wash.
largest car wash.
Oh.
I mean, I don't even get like. I don't get it yet. I'm going through it right now.
You know, some weekend you got nothing to do.
You go up to
and
the
you
world's
just
largest
like,
car wash.
let's go to Bucky's, honey.
Oh, Dollar was up there meeting with RP Center, Tom. So he stopped in Bucky's last week while he was meeting with retirement planning.
Well, now that I think about this video, it's stupid. As soon as the soap hit the car, you can't see anything at all.
I'm going to be, I don't know about my credit card for the annual. I don't know what time of the month it is.
Let me look.
I need about 11 something on there.
Let me
If not,
look
I
real
can
quick
do an
for you.
ACH. Yeah.
Or I can make a payment for you real quick and just pay it off so it goes, you know what I'm saying? I can
Yeah.
make a
You know,
extra
if we
payment.
need to, we can do that.
When
yeah.
is the payment coming out? When do you need to pay it?
Whenever. I mean, you
Can
know,
it be next week?
Well, I'd rather do it before that. He was so
yeah, I
good.
probably need to make a payment.
He was so good at getting, yeah, so then I can make it tomorrow or something.
You have enough credit, but I still think maybe I should make a payment. Your balance is pretty high, actually. Oh, your balance is. Let me just email you. Let's see here.
Well, I wonder, but it's not higher than normal, right?
It is higher than normal.
Well, what did I put on there?
Let me look what you hearing.com.
Oh yeah, but I got a
Hear.com?
credit on it. $5,000. I got a credit on it. That was a 45-day trial on some hearing
I
aids.
haven't.
I remember your last
Okay.
trial on hearing aids. You ended up paying for it.
No, that wasn't. That was DeSynchro. That was that. Yeah, right. Them
And
motherfuckers.
then I put those Ticketmaster. I put that those 21.
Oh, that's right. See, my kid
so
better
got
get
a
me.
couple of big things. Broadmoor.
Yeah, that was a big hit.
You gotta cut some things.
He's gonna have to. Bonnie's got to get his friends to pay their share of that. I'm not buying tickets for the whole goddamn.
I mean, technically, you have enough credit. I mean, you've plenty. So.
Okay.
yeah,
Then
just
maybe
do
I'll
that.
just do it later.
All right.
I mean, don't worry about it.
Okay.
And you took care of David Ellis.
I'm in the middle of taking care
Okay,
of
fine,
that.
fine. I don't know what he's even asking for.
Yeah, he just needs to give me a new check for ACA.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. I want to tell you that Regen, DenverRegen.com, has your weight loss semaglutide compounded form for just $250 a month. People say, Tom, can that be true? It's like $1,500 or more elsewhere when you go through the brand names. And yes, it is true. In fact, you can't even get the brand names. There's national back orders. And also, that means you can order it if you need it for diabetes as well. Now, it was originally done for that and then went on to be a weight loss drug. DenverRegen.com. DenverRegen.com. You can contact them for more information. Now, Deputy Chopper has an update. And I think I remember this problem. I got to look for it. Deputy Chopper, thank you. What is going on with this problem? I'm looking for the call as you start talking here. Okay.
Well, I'm going to take the second call because it's real quick. It was an HOA problem. The name of the gentleman was Robert. He owned acres, and the HOA team would not give him a copy of the bylaws. I gave him a couple.
Why did he want a copy? I mean, he deserves it, but why did he want a copy again?
He wants to try to get rid of the board and.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He wants to do a recall on some of them. I remember that. Yeah.
I got a letter from him yesterday saying, "Boy, you're good people. Everything's great," and he thanked us for it.
Oh,
I really
good.
don't know what I did.
Okay. and I think
the other one.
Go ahead. The one, now I got that. Loy and Alexis, they contracted with One Solar. Now, this is complicated, so I don't want to make it very simple. They were supposed to install a solar system, but they did it in an area that could not take a solar system. In fact, Xcel Energy, in order to accept more solar systems, will have to do millions of dollars in improvements for their substation. And they're not approving any new solar systems. Well, as a result of that, this woman could not use, or this man and woman could not use their solar system. And our solar person, our expert, Brooke over at Red Rock, said they should have known that. When they went through the permitting process, they should have known that. They would have said, no, you can't get it done here. But they did not submit the proper paperwork. Therefore, they didn't know it. So Valor Solar's solution was you need a battery and you're going to be self-sufficient then. Now, imagine this. Or you're going to hook up to the grid during the day, but you can't feed back to the grid. Some crazy stuff. And the whole thing was ridiculous. And they wanted her to pay like $60,000 or some ridiculous amount to bring that system up to snuff so she could use it in that area where Xcel Energy serves. And so, without getting too technical, I said, if they built her something she can't use, they should take it off her damn house and refund her money.
It was even easier than that, man. That financing company, once they know it's not working, they'll pull the money back and she's going to end up, or the couple's going to end up not owing anything. I thought that's the direction
I don't know.
it was going to
Chopper,
go.
Where is it at right now?
Well, you just about summed it all up.
Yeah, but where is it? Did you contact Valor and try? And by the way, Valor was just the dealer. It was really through One Solar, right?
Yes, and I tried to contact this Mr. Hall 4 times. He refused to call back. But the part that bugs me, Tom, is Valor said those batteries are $60,000. I've done some research. They come in at less than $12,000.
Well, here's the deal. These people shouldn't have to do it. The system doesn't work.
They got to call the finance company.
Yeah. Do you know where they stand on financing?
No, I don't. I'm waiting for them to answer on a letter that they sent to XL because XL does that HIPAA thing and won't talk to me.
Well, there's no HIPAA thing with utilities, but anyway.
I mean, like that.
We should get Alexa.
I got one more quick.
I want to get them back on Monday. Kachina, could you ask him, Chopper, to come back on Monday? I got some other ideas for him. We got to turn up the heat on One Solar. One Solar sucks. I mean, they really suck.
Part of their financing, once again, is a working solar system. If they can't deliver that, the finance company is going to get it handled.
Hey, Chopper, you heard what he said a few times. We ought to contact their finance company. That's what I was going to tell
them direct.
I was going to tell Alexis that on Monday, if we can get her on Monday or Tuesday, because I don't think she did that. I don't think she complained to them. So
sounds good. I'll be in on Tuesday. That might be a better day. One more quick thing, Tom.
Yeah.
Your memory was pretty good. My case was the one with the woman with the bed bugs that was being evicted that you thought it might be the other one.
I thought it was Doc. Okay. So what happened with that? She was worried about bed bugs, and you said she's got to worry about being evicted.
That's correct. And she had another apartment to go to. So I kind of just said, case solved, done.
Yeah. But she was still bitching a lot about the previous one because she wanted to be able to help the people that live there, which is kind of nice. But I tell people, it's too difficult to take on crusades. It really is. But Chopper, thank you very much for being here and the updates. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so questions. Did inflation hit the car market as far as repairs? Guys?
Most definitely.
Okay,
yeah.
So you're feeling it in what?
The cost of goods.
What
you have to buy.
Yeah,
and the cost of labor.
The cost of labor is up too, yeah.
How about insurance?
Insurance is crazy.
Yeah.
So you have to charge more for repairs. You have no choice.
We have no choice.
And are consumers noticing it at all? Are they saying, wait a minute, I could have a brake job done last year or 3 years ago or whatever? Are you hearing any of that?
The feeling I get from them is it's just like the rest of life.
They're accepting
it's just like their groceries. It's just like their gas. It's like their lumber.
Don't you feel a passive acceptance?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, I have this conversation with Mark, and it's not a disagreement. It's a conversation. There's a difference of opinion. There's no right or wrong. I feel, and he doesn't, right, Mark? I feel people will endure a lot of pain in order to be politically right in their mind.
We'll see.
And Mark thinks when it gets right down to it, as you said in the past, people can be selfish and they're going to think about their pocketbook and their family first. I'd like to believe that, but you'd be shocked at how many people I meet that say, I actually had someone the other day say to me, because I have this new thing, when people start, I should keep my mouth shut, but I heard these people talking about Florida. Have you ever visited so-and-so? And they say, but then again, it's Florida. And I didn't know exactly. Because I just, and it's in the locker room. And they say, well, no matter what, you got DeSantis and you got Florida. And no matter what, I'll never go there. It's crazy politically. And I said, I don't know why I should keep my mouth shut. I said, yeah, I'd rather live in California where crime's off the charts and taxes are up the yin-yang and businesses are moving out. And they're filled with homeless people on every street. I think Newsom's doing a great job. And they just looked at me like, I said, yeah, that would be way better, wouldn't it, than Florida? Those jerks in Florida living like that. I can't believe how clean the streets are, how low the crime. And of course, they're younger men. They walked away. So this woman says, because we were having a similar discussion somewhere else, this woman says, well, I actually think Gavin Newsom is doing a great job. And I said, now, wait a minute. Come on. I don't care where you stand politically. Can you actually look at that state and say that it's in good shape? Come on. Come on, really. And that's what I mean. People will endure anything to say they're right. They'll endure anything.
Well, never Trumpers.
Well,
they don't.
Trump
care.
has Trump. Yeah, he has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
The Trump derangement syndrome, right?
Sure.
Anybody but Trump. We don't care what we have to put up with. I asked a woman one time, and mostly women I talk to that hate him, but I said, would you? What about inflation? If it was double-digit inflation, and unemployment was double-digit, and we go to hell because of the policies, I'd rather have that than Trump. Now, how do you justify? Now, by the way, people, I'm not saying that will happen, nor am I saying that Trump will make it better. All I'm saying is that's what they said, that it doesn't matter, that they much rather have not him than any other.
I love how you meet these people, and I've never met one.
Well, Mark,
I have never met any of these people.
Let me ask you
meet.
something, Mark. First of all,
I've never been in any locker room where I hear how
Mark,
great Gavin Newsom is.
First of all, you don't go to locker rooms.
We do. I play racquetball all the time. I've never heard anybody say that.
And I think that you're pretty sheltered when it comes to who you surround yourself with.
Maybe because I live in Douglas County and you live in Denver.
But I mean that sincerely, and I don't mean that as an insult. I think you're pretty sheltered.
How often do these people walk into your shops, guys, and say, man, I'd rather live in California?
I hang out with such a diverse group of people in all kinds of functions and all kinds of fundraisers.
How come they never call? How come we never get one caller?
You
beg for them and people don't call.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because that's just radio. Radio has their diehard audience of what it is. The station, you have Brownie, you have Dan Kaplan, you have Raskin. I mean, you don't have any other diverse. You don't have any diverse voices on this station.
My point is, it's a lot different than you think. I mean, I'm not saying those people don't literally exist, but I'm saying there's so few of them.
No, I'm not.
Look just at the black vote towards Trump.
Mark, I'm not pretending that I represent what I hear represents society. What I'm saying is I am shocked that I hear it. I've never once said, this is the way the country is going. I said, this is how. It's amazing to me. I hear people say this and I hear people say that. And you think it's odd that I even hear it.
I do think it's odd because I never hear it. So, I'm asking these two, honest to God, do you hear this?
Because you're sheltered, Mark. It's pretty obvious. I'm not lying. I hear
know
liberals,
you're not lying.
I hear freaking liberals all the time. All the time. In fact, I hear more liberals than I do conservatives. Yep. In my circle, when I'm out and about, I hear more liberals than conservatives.
I met up with a good friend of mine who's an attorney.
Do you hear more conservatives?
Say it again?
Like in your circles. Do you hear any of that or not? Any liberal talk at all?
We generally don't talk politics. I'm
talking general conversations, not,
to a degree. Right. I mean, my God, anywhere we go, all I hear is say, hey, Biden. It doesn't matter if we're at a brewery in Denver or in Douglas County or at a Walmart or anywhere. I have not heard anybody in my life say, I like Biden. Not one person.
Okay, I will tell you.
Have you guys heard this? I asked them 10 times.
I will tell you, yes. Half the people I meet love him and hate Trump, and they love Newsom, and they love the way the country's going. Half the people I meet.
All right, well, that's amazing to me.
That's what I mean. I don't think you're exposing yourself to him, maybe on purpose, but I don't do it on purpose either. I don't know why, but I have all kinds of conversations with all kinds of people from Wash Park
and then
to the
when
health
you say,
clubs.
why do you love Biden? What do they say? Because I like the way he sniffs hair?
I don't necessarily challenge them on it, but I have asked questions like that. They say, well, you have to admit the economy. Okay, I had one guy, and I don't want to mention his name. He's a pretty intelligent guy. He has run a lot of businesses in town. And he says, the fundamentals of our economy have never been better, ever. He said, look at the stock market, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at this. And he said, if there's inflation, baby, it ain't Biden. Meaning he's saying it was corporate greed. That's what he was saying. So, yeah, I do have those conversations. And it might, see, here's the thing. I'm not the person who's going to believe that everything I believe is what everyone believes, because it's just not the way it is. There are a lot of people.
I'm still amazed anybody out there thinks Biden's going to be in office again. It's absolutely crazy.
He is because of the hatred.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like you said in 2016.
That's right.
God, I swear to God, it's like going back in a time machine.
I did say that. I did.
Every single day.
I did.
No way he's ever going to get out.
But I wasn't giving my preferences.
Get off my
I was
lawn.
giving my. There's a difference between observations and preferences. Okay.
You said point blank there was no way he was going to win.
That's
it's
my
verbatim
observation.
to what you're saying
I'm telling you, it wasn't my wish it was my observation.
I know it wasn't your wish.
My observation is right now, there's no way that Trump can get elected. That's
Okay.
I'm not saying that I think it would be terrible if he was. Do you understand? I mean, Mark, people can actually have a conversation without trying to push an agenda. I'm really just discussing
By
what
saying
I believe.
there's no way Trump could win, you are pushing an agenda,
No, I'm
even if you
not.
don't realize it.
I'm not
it's
pushing
the same
anything.
Thing. It's I can turn
I'm
CNN
saying-
on any day of the week
Mark,
and listen to how Trump
I'm
won't
saying,
win.
based on what I'm hearing and seeing, in my opinion, I don't think he can be elected. I'm not telling you it's because he doesn't deserve to be, or he sucks, or he's a criminal, or that Biden's doing a great job. I'm not saying that. Do you understand? People can absolutely observe things without taking a stand on them. We got to take a break. I know a lot of people hate when you fucking talk about anything that doesn't agree with them.
I have to be careful what I say, at the shop because
that's true.
You have to be, or on the air here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we go to film festivals and a lot of shit. Okay, I'll grant you, we go to a lot of shit where liberals hang out. Okay, the arts, a lot of shit. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Made in the Shade. I love Made in the Shade because they do business in such a simple, straightforward way when it comes to window coverings. First and foremost, everything they do up to the point of purchase is free. The measuring, the design consulting, and all of the selections. Then when you hit your budget, and if you want to go forward, they order the stuff. Then the installation is part of the grand price. It's wonderful. You'll save money, save time, save hassle. You don't have to pick up a screwdriver. They do it all. Any kind of technology you want. DenverShades.co. DenverShades.co. Now, yes, it's not a mistake. You heard it right. DenverRegen.com has the absolute best price on semaglutide. That's the weight loss drug in Ozempic and Wegovy and all the others. And it is in a compounded form for $250 a month. That's right. Not $1,200 or $1,500, $250. Now listen, here's the deal. You check with your doc about weight loss and all of the medical stuff. I'm not getting involved in that. But Denver Regen, they have a doctor for the prescriptions, and they have consultations and all your supplies for $250 a month. DenverRegen.com.
JR.
What's happening?
My wife's car parks itself. She walks in, throws the keys at me, and I go park it.
Yeah.
So did we nix that extra 4 hours of YouTube? Did we take it off the feed or?
I can delete it.
It's an 8-hour live.
I mean, there's no way to trim it, Mark? Just trim it?
You want 3 hours to download, then an hour.
Oh, no. What I meant was, can't you go online on there and trim it right online? I thought they had a tool to do that. Maybe I'm
going to try.
Would you just leave the camera running in the closet or something?
No. I turned the camera off, but we left.
Kelly didn't end the stream yesterday. And then
Let me tell you.
I'm sitting down at 6 o'clock last night. I go to my Facebook and it says, John Martino shows gone live. And I'm like, why is it shows a little red live?
Right.
Like, it's still live, or did he go live? What's going on here? I realized she never stopped the stream yesterday after the show.
Would have been more fun if the camera stayed on.
I should leave it to her. I can do it on the laptop. I should just do it. I've been doing it. So, Mark, when you save, do you just quit and don't save settings, or do you quit and save settings? That's the only part I need to know on the VMAX.
Depends if you're saving something you want to save.
No, but what do you normally do?
Streams. One is on YouTube Studio, and then one's on the VMix.
Oh, there's not. Wait.
So you don't save anything; it automatically saves.
No, I don't mean that part. Not the stream. I meant the settings. Like when I exit, I've stopped the stream before. I stopped it, and then I go to exit. It says, "Do you want to
It depends on if you change something you want to keep or not.
Okay,
It's just like
but
anything
normally, what is there anything that you save?
Normally I hit no.
Okay, all right, that's what I meant. So
But a lot of times I'm switching something up that I want to keep. So that's what I'm saying. It's just hard. If you start it and don't change anything, then it's not even going to ask you that. The only time it's going to ask you
I was
is if
starting it
something
for a
changes.
while and then ending it, and then I forget. Aren't you the one that said don't do it, or she, or something? They said it screws things up. But I don't mind
you
doing
ever do it.
Yeah, I used to do it. I used to come down and start up because I'll tell you why I did it. Because when I started my camera, I don't know, something about when I start my camera it not syncing. So
You mean just start? You used to start the program.
the vMix, right? Not the stream.
Yeah,
I never started the stream.
Yeah.
But I don't mind doing all that since I'm right at the laptop. And you're saying there would be no benefit at all to upgrading that laptop.
Local fiduciary advisors, TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Hey, listen, if you're looking for people to do your windows, yes, we do windows well, you can go to Premier. Premier, these, I call them young men. They're getting older every day, but they were started right out of high school years ago, and they do a great job. Premier window washing and pressure cleaning. If you want to get that done, or window cleaning and pressure washing, that's what it is. Premier, 303-564-5574. That's 303-564-5574. WeCleanWindows.co. WeCleanWindows.co. All right, so let's continue here. And Stacy, what is your issue?
Hi.
What's going on with you, Stacy?
Well, since you have your car experts,
Yes.
I'm kind of torn if I should trade my car in or keep it. And the husband, of course, says keep it.
What is it?
Right,
What is
so-
the car?
It's a 2009 MDX,
And that's an Acura, right?
Accurate.
an Acura.
Those are kind
yeah,
of nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just under 70,000 miles.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, it's nice, but things are starting to go wrong.
Guys,
So
how
that's why
dependable is that car? Let's start there for her. Like, what major things would she have coming up at 70,000?
Well, certainly the transmission, you've probably got another 50, maybe 75,000 miles inside that unit, particularly since it sounds like you don't do a whole lot of highway driving given the mileage that's on there. If you haven't done your timing yet, you are definitely due for that.
Absolutely.
The timing belt, are you talking about?
Yeah.
Correct, yeah. Even if it wasn't
that
for
was done.
Good.
How long ago?
Well, see, that's part of it too. So it was done like 5 years ago, but it's only had, 15,000 miles, and they're like, well, you should get a new timing belt. And I'm like,
No.
what? Now?
You could probably go a couple more years on that, but I mean, the thought process behind that is that rubber does dry out and start cracking, and so it's not just the use, but the age of the belt itself that can become an issue.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, what are they offering you for it to trade it in or sell
Oh,
it?
that's the other thing. The dealership said $5,000, which I felt like,
Oh, yeah.
wow, I
I'll
think
give you
they're
$5,000
taking
for it.
advantage.
Yeah. 5 grand's a good deal.
We'll give you 5,001.
For them. For
Yeah.
them, it's a good deal, right?
Yeah.
Not me.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, don't do that.
No, don't.
Listen, how about this? If you sold that privately, you could get some good money for it if you want to buy something new. Sometimes new cars, you don't always buy a new car because you need to. I mean, how do you feel? Do you want to just get a new car?
You know what? I hate the whole process of getting a new car.
Oh, we can take that. We can take that trouble out. I'm serious. Go over to Rodney. I mean, this guy made it so easy. I said, this is what I want. This is what I don't want to mess with this. I don't want to mess with that. He comes back with 3 or 4 offers. I swear to you, it is so easy. You don't pay any more. You pay
Who
less.
is that?
Rodney, I would, now you got to talk to Rodney though. He's one of our guys over at JFR Cars. They're a broker dealer.
Okay.
And you'll
yeah.
never buy another car another way after that.
Yeah. Do you guys know about Carvana? Because that's the other thing. I thought, well, let's see what someone else
Isn't
would
that
offer
used
me.
cars?
Well, yeah, that's used cars,
Yeah,
Carvana.
to sell it.
Well,
yeah, to sell it to them.
Well, do they buy cars?
Everybody
Yes,
buys
they
cars
said
right now.
Oh, they all buy cars? Okay.
11.
Hey, look, here's what I say. You can't go wrong getting an offer. You can always say no.
Well, she can
I'd
also
get
have Rod consign that car.
He can sell it.
Rob can do that too, though.
Okay.
He can do a consignment. Then he can go ahead
Yeah,
and
I hate the whole process.
yeah.
You know, I always feel like I'm.
We all do. We were just talking
Really?
about it.
No, it's a
yeah,
nightmare. Then you got to go see that closer that tries to sell you everything under the sun.
The mop and glove.
Even though you tell them you don't want it, you walk in there and go, "Damn it, I don't want it." Well, I'm required to try.
Oh, I hate sitting there for that.
They're liars.
I don't even do it anymore. That's F&I anyway. And so if you just never mind. So anyway,
Yeah.
Well, what repairs does the car need that you want to get rid of it?
Well, this is what's. Well, first, what went on was I'd come back from a vacation, 5 days gone, whatever. The battery is dead. I mean, nothing. Completely drained. Bought a new battery. It happened again. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I looked online, and they said something about the Bluetooth draining the battery or something.
Sure.
So I had them turn off the Bluetooth because I didn't use it much
Bluetooth
anyway.
draining the battery. I don't get that.
Over a period of time, it could.
Wait. It does it stay on when you turn your car off?
It's
No.
searching, constantly searching for signals.
Wait, from your car?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. When I turn my car off, I have a Bluetooth searching because I have Bluetooth in that car. That doesn't turn off with the car.
No.
Why? It turns off when I turn my phone off.
Yeah, but if it's seeking out, you coming back, basically.
But that's
especially if you leave keys in.
Okay. Well, when I come into my car and walk up to it, when you touch it, that's when it lights up.
Yep.
So isn't that when the Bluetooth goes on? Or are you saying it truly is going?
It's some of them will go
Oh,
off.
wait. It's got to wait for something to walk up to it.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know.
It's
I left
going
my
off
keys
and on.
in the car.
Yep.
I always left my
Oh,
keys.
yeah, that's the wrong thing to do for sure.
Especially in this
Is that
state.
what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was leaving your keys in there.
That-
All right. Well, anyway, they turned it off.
Now, but
I'm-
if you're
other
gonna
little things.
if you're gonna sell, if you ever try to sell your car without help, here's the problem you're gonna have: scams. Almost every offer you get's going to be a scam. That is such a terrible thing.
That's why I was thinking of the Carvana because it's like a.
Well, you don't just limit yourself to
company.
Carvana. Just there's any number of people that'll do that for you. Any number of people.
Yeah. See, I didn't know of any other people. I tried to look on your referral list. and
I
there was-
think any good dealer will buy a car.
Yeah, but they're
they're going to
I mean,
pay you wholesale, sure.
Yeah, that's all you'll ever get from a dealer.
Yeah, and I think 5,000 is not reasonable.
It's on the low side. What do you try?
Do you understand? Do you understand some of these cars with way more miles than yours than that year, make and model, are getting $8,000 for that car?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Have Rodney
what I
sell it.
was thinking 8 to 10.
Have Rodney
not
sell it.
5.
8 to 10 is right in the ballpark.
I think she's right. Yes.
He'd
All right.
probably get 10, 12 for it.
Yeah, you ought to have Rodney consign it and then talk about getting you a new one and all of that. I'm sorry, but we have to run.
It makes somebody a good little car.
Hell yeah.
For $8,000, you
No,
could.
for $5,000, you can give that to your Venezuelans.
Yeah.
That's right. I gotta call that guy and see if he has that car. I'll tell you what
It's
car.
tough. It's tough out there for cheap cars. Because we're always looking for them to do a little work on them and sell them or donate them or whatever we can do. And anything that runs with 4 tires with the hold air is $1,500. I mean, it just, that needs work. I don't want to be the guy that owns a $2,000 car for $5,000.
Mm-hmm. The last one I got, I'm driving.
Yeah.
The guy didn't want to pay the diag. He didn't want to fix the car. So he just gave me the time.
What would you do in her position? Would you get a new one? I would. I think she's owned it.
If
she's owned it long
if she's
enough.
afraid of the repairs, it sounds like, first of all, she's not a process person anyway. She hates the process of buying. She hates the process of selling.
GenesisTotalExteriors.com. If you love one-stop shopping, you'll love Genesis because they'll do everything from the roofing, gutter, siding, soffits, fascia, doors, windows, siding or stucco, decks, all of it. And they're one company, Genesis Total Exteriors. And by the way, whether it's insurance damage where you want one source and one invoice and one person to deal with, or you're just doing home improvements, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Now, when it comes to countertops, even cabinets, what I like about the art of granite is you can get a price right now on the phone. Not many people do that. And the reason they don't do it is they're not proud of their prices. But Mitch Floria at the Art of Granite, which, by the way, does everything, not just granite, they'll give you a price. It's always wholesale for materials, and then they fabricate and install, and he'll give you a price on the phone. And he'll give you some incentives, too, either a free backsplash or premium edge treatment or free kitchen sink or free vanity in the bath when you do the kitchen. You get to choose even discounts from 15%, or if you get cabinets, 25%. TheArtOfGranite.com. As I said, get a price right now on the phone, 303-386-5919.
Tommy Ad's turning 22 next week.
Wow.
What's the date?
420, so a week from tomorrow, I guess.
420?
420. Oh, yeah, we hear about it.
That's your birthday?
Yeah. Hitler's birthday, it's Weed Day. There's so many things
Columbine?
about
I didn't know that was Hitler's birthday.
Isn't that Columbine also?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on 420.
I thought, oh, wow. I thought your kids were way older than mine.
Yeah, she's going to be 22, and Miles will be 24 in a few weeks.
So they were just little kids when I had mine. I
Yeah.
thought for some reason they were old. You had kids way, way, way before me.
No. I think you started having kids pretty quick with Holly, right? You
Well,
guys
yeah,
got
late
married
in life, but quick with
right,
her.
well, quick in the relationship, right?
Yeah, starting 6 months before we got married.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as the process started, yeah, I know. It was.
Yeah. What did Dolce just turn? 19?
Yeah.
And is she? And Vonnie's October, right? Or are they both March?
She's March. He's October.
What's he turning? 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're close.
He's turning 18.
His music's impressive, Tommy.
I
He
love.
is talented.
I love him.
I tell you.
At first, I would say it doesn't suck. Then I would say, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. I can hear his influences and whatnot. It's cool.
He's really into it. Holy shit. He's writing a lot.
Is he?
He wants
So
to.
cool.
He wants to write. He doesn't necessarily want to be a performer.
Does he want to produce?
He wants to write and produce for people.
Yeah.
Kind of like Antonoff does for.
Yeah.
For Swiftie.
Antonoff is pretty talented.
He's
as well.
fucking amazing. He helped make her.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's like.
Well, except when she was a baby, she was doing all that herself.
Yeah, she got her own self started, but he's been a part of her album since.
She includes him
4
in
or
every.
5 albums.
She includes him in every award show, everything.
Oh yeah. Yep. Sure does. Her new album's coming out next week. For night before Ad's birthday, Ad is over the moon. She wants me to stay up with her, listen to it. Taylor Swift.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry.
We're not Swifties. We don't pick up on the references.
Well,
yeah.
I just recognize talent. You know,
Sure.
I don't think I listen to a lot of songs, but I don't listen to a lot of music anyway. But you can't.
4 to 6.
Friday at 4, the politically motivated trial of Donald Trump begins next Monday. We'll do a deep dive into this case, which is likely to harm America in so many ways. Join me at 4.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. ProBid Energy, they'll do a solar system for you with $21,000. Now that's, in fact, they have it even lower than that now, around 20 grand, fully installed, battery backup. That's net after your tax credits. You can't do much better than that. And that's for most of your electrical needs, probidenergy.com. Probidenergy.com. Steve has a question on taxes. Hi, Steve. What's going on?
Excuse me while I put you on, take you off speaker.
Yeah. What's happening?
All right. Here's the question. I use TurboTax. They have a deduction for exterior windows and doors.
What?
All right. Yeah. Anyway,
I didn't realize people got like a tax credit or a deduction.
Tax credit, deduction, whichever.
Well, it's one or the other. They're really
take
important.
it off
But anyway.
the bill.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, the company I dealt with on my exterior windows and doors only sends out a receipt, like windows and doors are X, and that's everything. Any add-on, like I had window seals, were separate. And those are my two categories.
I've never heard of that. But first of all, just before you go on, Mark, have you ever heard of tax deductions?
Probably due to insulation, probably
It's
a
more
better
of a credit
R
than a
factor.
deduction, I think.
I don't know. Well, no, he did say it was a credit. He said it comes off. Yeah, you're right. There are energy reducing. You're right. You do get some tax credits for energy stuff. So you want the advantage of the whole thing, and they're not breaking it down that way. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're lumping. The window costs $10 and labor's $40. We're saying it's $50 total.
Well,
And that's
well,
the
but don't you get it for the whole package, or do you have to have a breakdown?
I believe it's only for materials.
I don't think
it's
so.
a 30% tax credit. Eligible homeowners can claim a tax credit up to 30% of the total cost for qualified window replacements.
It's the total cost, sir. I think you have it wrong.
All right, that's cool.
It's
Thank you for your
30%.
help.
Yeah, it's 30%, man. And that's cool. I didn't realize that. I have to say that more when I talk about K&H and I talk about Genesis and all of these guys. I don't think I push that enough if there's a tax credit. That's pretty damn cool. Okay. Mark, what is your comment on insurance? Hello, Mark.
Well, this my comment is directed to Mark, and I want to say thank you, Mark. I renewed my premiums for 3 cars and a house in Bonnie Brae with American Family. But I got a letter from them. They wanted to put a probe in my car, all my cars. You know what I told them about the probe?
Yeah, you told them where they could probe
Put it up, yeah.
No, I'm not going down that road. That's a little crude. I just said I'm not interested in invasion of privacy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. Then they'll
was
stick
a
it to you
polite-
next year.
There are
was a
people that
polite way-
swear by it, and then I hear people say, well, they'll never raise your rates because of it, and then I hear stories where they do.
And quite frankly, they also cause problems with cars. There are all sorts of TSBs with anything you're plugging into that port.
Come on, why?
That can make the car malfunction.
Even the insurance stuff. Now,
Yes, particularly insurance stuff.
Now, by the way, Mark, they're doing something different, by the way. They're doing apps, so you don't have to have the
It's the same thing, though. It's on your phone.
Right, but
Yeah.
you don't have to have anything in the data port.
Yeah, I know.
I deleted that app.
Yeah. Now, that app, by the way, what's crazy about that app, Mark, is you have to go on and tell it when you're a passenger or when you're on a train.
No, it's a pain in the ass. Imagine every time you're on a bus.
Yeah. Anyway, Eric, what's happening with you, Eric?
Hey, Tom. Hey, I know you and Mark are Tesla fanboys.
Yep.
And a month back, you guys were, hot and heavy about the Cybertruck. And so here's a thought for you regarding how heavy the Cybertruck is. Talked to a friend of mine yesterday. He's been hauling new cars out of the ramp and the factory for 40 years.
Yeah.
As a comparison between the Cybertruck and a regular pickup on a standard 9-car trailer, they can only haul a maximum of 5 Cybertrucks, and they have to set them as low as possible.
Stainless steel, baby.
Center of gravity.
And batteries.
They're so heavy.
Yep.
Because of the stainless steel and the batteries are so heavy, they can only haul 4 or 5 max, and they
crazy.
have to haul them as low as possible to lower the center of gravity. By comparison, he can load 6 F-350 single rear wheel crew cabs.
That's wild.
Well, that's not that much of a difference.
That's an F-350. That's a big monster, man.
Oh, but
That's
6
a
of
big
those
difference,
compared to 5? Oh, 4. Okay.
He can on his truck. He has a real lightweight setup, so he can put 5. But he said the majority of these guys can only put 4.
Eric, do you like the Cybertruck?
I think that is the ugliest vehicle on the face of the planet at the moment.
I think it's kind of weird looking.
I would buy. I just passed one earlier today on the highway, and that thing is the ugliest thing on the road. It makes the Pontiac Aztec look beautiful.
Actually, it's kind of weird. It does resemble that old Aztec a little.
It really does.
It does.
That's not a good thing.
Without the camper. In fact, I think you can buy a camper.
I think they used the Minecraft app in order to actually design the gosh darn thing.
I'm pretty sure that I think that's what somebody designed back when they were about 7 or 8 years old,
Eric,
and just never forgot to
As
design.
a curiosity, are you still on the HOA, or did you get over that disease?
That's a discussion for another show.
All right.
I'm not on the board anymore.
Okay.
I'm more of a pain in the ass now.
Oh.
And I'm actually kind of occasionally I email with Stan about some things.
Yeah.
And I'm working with one of my legislators on some stuff that I'd really like to see after having spent 20 years on an HOA board. Some things that I really think need to change.
Yeah. I mean, the whole system has to change, in my opinion.
It's amazing it's that heavy, and it goes 0 to 60 in 2.6.
Are you shitting me?
No.
What's
Well,
that
it's got
do?
immediate torque.
Yeah.
There's no build.
There's no build at all.
Looks like it should be on Mars.
Yep.
I know some shops that are increasing the weight capacity of their lifts because of some of these electric cars.
Yeah, you probably
Can't
have
lift
to.
it. Can't lift it.
Are you guys, or is it too early? You said you'd probably be retired by the time they become ubiquitous.
We're taking classes. Some of my guys are interested, so we just continue whatever training we can get.
But do they have the same ball joints and the
Oh, yeah.
same all of
chassis,
those chassis and springs and shocks and lube and zerks?
Yeah, just, obviously the electronics and no engine, no transmission.
The warranties are really long, too, man.
Yep.
If you think about it, most people buying these, I don't think they're
Hold on, guys. Simply Floors, Inc. That is INC for floor coverings. As I said, floor coverings, we all have them. We all need them. We all have to replace them from time to time, and they can make or break a house. Simply Floors, Inc. You can visit them at the store, or they'll come to you, your choice. Go on the website, check them out. You have luxury vinyl planking. You have engineered floors of all kinds. You have solid hardwoods or laminates, and you have carpeting. Simply Floors, Inc. That's INC. SimplyFloorsInc.com. EuroPlumbingColorado.net. You know what they stand for? Steels. When it comes to water heaters, one of my friends said, are they stealing them? How the hell can they put in a 50-gallon tank fully installed for $14.99? And how can they do a 40-gallon for $13.99? And then, of course, I don't even want to tell you about the other stuff. They say that they'll save you 90% on some plumbing repairs, but you got to check it out. They want to be put to the test. Hey, let me know what you think, too. EuroPlumbingColorado.net. 303-668-6844. And carpet cleaning, anyone? I will tell you that I have Zero Res at my home from time to time, not more than a few times a year. But here's the deal. They're great. whether you want to do the whole house or traffic areas, that's what I do. The whole house only now and then traffic areas. And they have this zero-fied water, and that is the water that is super soft, alkaline-based, little electrical charge. It's the best cleaning agent in nature. Yeah, I'm serious. It's amazing. If you ever see how water can shine a rock, well, it'll get through to your carpet and take out everything, and it leaves your carpets not only looking clean, but feeling clean. And they always have specials like $33 a room or something. But I want you to call them because you'll be astounded. And they're safe for kids, safe for pets, safe for you. And you will love the way your carpets dry cleaner, stay clean longer, or dry faster and stay clean longer because not a lot of water. And you'll love, I don't know, the whole experience. No odors. It doesn't even feel wet. You know that moist feeling you get after you do your carpets in your home? This is an entirely different experience. 303-471-5150, 471-5150, ZeroResDenver.com.
Mark's been loving that full service or self-driving on the Tesla.
That's what we were talking about earlier, yeah.
I haven't quite used it yet. I drive it, but it's a little uncomfortable.
It's hard to trust.
Only a couple times.
Listen to this, man. So I get a new computer, I rewire everything. It's a fucking pain in the ass. So I have got a wall plug where the top one is connected to the switch.
Yeah.
Light switch. Yeah. So not thinking about that, I pulled out the one that I had there that only plugged into the bottom one.
Oh, no.
Oh. But no, it's fucked up. So the new one I put in there that turns
plugs into both.
Plugs into both.
But then it has multiple switches.
Yes.
So which one of those multiples are there on and off?
So this is so fucked up. Of course, as I'm doing this last night up till midnight plus, I got the light on. So then I'm done, and I turn the light off, and I go into bed, and there's no internet, there's no nothing. And everything worked fine a minute before. So I walk back in, and I look at the modem.
And it's off.
No, the orange light's on.
Why?
I look at my Arlo, and orange light's on.
What does that mean?
It's like it's only getting enough power to show the fucking little orange light.
But which one of those multiple things are on and off? All of them?
I don't fucking know.
Oh,
Freaking Chevy
weird.
Chase, man.
But why would it give it?
I know what it's doing.
I was so
I know what it's doing.
I'm like, turn the fucking light on.
It's doing. It's.
Our fucking home alarm goes off.
12:30 last night.
In the middle of the night, our alarm goes off because there's no phone connection.
So it's cutting the voltage.
And then one is cutting somehow.
Well, how about the one with, it wasn't Chevy Chase, the guy chasing.
But how come if one of them's working,
Oh, God,
the
I
other
forgot.
isn't?
I meant to punch freaking Brown in the nose. I forgot about that. Did you hear his April Fool's joke?
No.
Him and Dragon. I'm sitting at the desk and I'm doing stuff there, and I hear the beep from like a smoke alarm when the battery's going dead.
Oh yeah, they were doing it.
So I'm going out and I think something's wrong with our freaking alarm. And I keep walking out. You had me walking out of the freaking base. I kept back and forth and back and forth. I'm going fucking batshit.
And they're completely
They're
ignoring
doing
it.
it on the
But they're
freaking
doing it on
radio.
the radio.
They were playing it on the radio. What a great idea.
That is a great idea.
It was a great, because I heard it too, and I said, I'm
You
in
might
my
wanna lock
fucking
that
car.
door.
I said, do I
That
have,
is good.
I said, do I have one of those bastards in my car? That was a great idea. Whose idea was that? That was pretty clever.
Yeah, that's Dragon. He's right there.
I forgot what show it was, but he was trying to figure out which one of his was beeping.
Oh, I
He
hate that.
climbs up the ladder. And
Oh, it fucking sucks.
How
he
do
goes-
you tell?
We've all been there, man.
I know it. In the middle of the fucking night, I'm walking around my house.
On Denver's talk station.
Yeah, 6:30.
The station I keep it on.
630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. You know, we just happened to be talking off the air about when the smoke alarm sound goes off. Do you have that sound, Greg? Anyway, Dragon and Mike Brown did a April Fool's joke and played it during the show, and they didn't tell anybody they were doing it, so people are running over there. I was in my car thinking, I don't have one of those damn things in my car.
I was running around the shop trying to figure out what the heck was beeping.
Whose
in the
idea
shop.
was that, Dragon? That was was it yours? No, Dragon, that was great. I swear to you, that was so fun. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, bottom line is, I thought I was the only one because I was thinking, why can't I tell where it's coming from? But everyone, well, wouldn't they have shouldn't they have an easier way, like code them or something?
Have a light
like
stay
beep,
on.
Or they should make it so you can code it, or just a light, period. Yeah, that sound. I hate that. And inevitably, in the middle of the night, I hear chirp. And then it's not only chirp, but now where is it chirping? So I have to go to one, and you have to stand there. And then you see, and they go, oh, no, it's over there. And then you go over there, and they go, no, it's back that way. How do you do it? How do you do it?
You don't. You struggle.
So I was told if you go and look straight up at him, there's a red, it's blinking red inside if it's low. But mine, I couldn't tell. There's supposedly, I don't know why they just don't make it easier. That was invented by somebody from Nazi descent. It's just something to irritate the hell out of you. Yeah, that sound. There it is. People, don't go looking around your house. That's dragon screwing with you. All right, guys, let's talk about this. As far as dealerships, and body shops, and I want to know the reason. We don't have a lot of time, but why is it that service now, any service, will take a week?
Usually the availability of parts.
Parts is the biggest thing.
Isn't there a way to just order the parts, then have them bring the car in? They won't do that because they're afraid you won't bring it in.
Yep.
Maybe if you paid for them or something, there's got to be a better system. Anyway, SheridanAutotech.com, 303-455-7242, TransmissionsDenver.com, 303-693-1400. So remember, folks, you can also call 303-MARTINO 24/7. Leave a message. We'll call you back.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino and stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.